Big plastic letters! Stuffy PhDs! The Trust Box! And Maury Povich. All this and more today on Torgo's Game Show Grab Bag. Yes, welcome everyone. This is Torgo's Game Show Grab Bag. This is a show where I watch a bunch of old game shows and talk over them. And a couple welcome so far to El Condor Pasa and Buttbag McButts. El Condor Pasa says, actually, there should have been complete silence instead of music, like we're in an isolation booth. Actually, oh, hilarious, Satan. Thank you for the raid. It's not coming up on screen yet, but raiding with a party of 5. Thank you for that. Usually in an isolation booth, if you, if the host wasn't talking to you, they would play music, kind of like hold music. Yeah, hi, Hilaire Satan. I don't know why the alert didn't go off. I love it here. I can be at my most manic here and no one pays attention, more or less. I'm kind of in my own isolation booth, my room. Just one housekeeping thing to start off. I'm doing a little experiment now. In addition to the VODs being available here on Twitch, I'm also recording this and I'm going to put it up on YouTube later. Just kind of experimenting with seeing if that draws in more people. Seeing if I get like copyright dinged. If the people who like upload these shows want to copyright strike me, I guess fair enough, but like you didn't make it either. Hi YouTube in the future. I hope you like super low effort content. Let's jump right in, I guess. No big deal if it gets copyright struck. I'll just not upload. But as hinted at by chat, today's category is Thinking Inside the Box, game shows that make heavy use of isolation booths. So yeah, isolation booths have been with game shows, with TV game shows, pretty much since the beginning. In the 50s, there was the $64,000 question, where players who were going for higher levels of money would get in a booth with the sponsor's name on it, and that was more for show. But on 21, there was more of a purpose to it. Each contestant had to make their wagers on question difficulty without knowing what the other player was, what the other player's score was, how they were doing. That would be the case if the show weren't rigged, but we'll get to a later version of 21 later. The first show we're watching tonight is called PDQ, short for pretty darn quick. Yeah, but for those old-timey shows, when they've given the answers to the contestants, yeah, that's exactly it. But also, on 21, it also made it easier for them to, climate control the booth and make the contestants sweat for drama purposes. 21 was rigged. I believe $64,000 question wasn't in the way we think of rigging. It was more that, if the sponsor didn't like a contestant, they'd give them really hard questions. Hi, Tinderella, and I didn't say hi to Tiger Cat also. I just answered your question. So PDQ was a game played with celebrities and regular contestants, where it was about you would put up big plastic letters on a board to try to get people to guess a word. Hey Wildcard, I'm doing good. Welcome. This is going good. PDQ ran for one season in syndication. The episode that I have available to watch, and by which I mean is on YouTube, Pigeon Dover Quail, is the pilot. So it's a little different from the series. Oh god, I'm sorry, a little hiccup. But the show did come back sort of in the 70s. It was retooled as a show called Baffle. And the only reason I bring it up is because on the game show fandom wiki, it says that Baffle was the first game show ever to use neon lighting in its set design. So I think that's pretty cool. We don't have an episode of Baffle available, but that's a cool bit of history, and we'll definitely be seeing more neon later. So here comes the pilot episode of PDQ.
Yes, PDQ. And here is our game master, Dennis James.
Gather around me, children.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and welcome for our whole delightful group here. As you know, this is our home team on PDQ. We have the very famous game player, the great Stubby K, and his partner is a young chap who will be the leading man with Carol Burnett on Broadway, and his name is Dick Patterson. They'll be the home team against a challenging team made up of one visiting star. And we shall bring that visiting star right now, who incidentally just flew in from New York City to be with us, the very talented, the very beautiful Giselle McKenzie. Here she is.
Not familiar with Giselle McKenzie. I know Stubby K from. We've seen him on the show Shenanigans, and he was also Marvin Acme in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Look them over, honey, because with you and some assistance, you are going to try to beat them. Because there is a chap who has written in here that he feels, with able assistance, he can beat the home team at their own game, PDQ. I should like you to
Canadian-American
right
singer, actress, and commercial spokesperson, best known for performances on Your Hit Parade. Oh, and there's a cute picture of her with a kitty cat.
Welcome, Jerry. Now, it's true, Jerry, that you wrote in and
There
said
she
that you
is.
could beat these fellas, right?
With my tongue tied.
Good luck. Well, we hope your tongue is not tied, because you'll have to be spelling out words as quickly as you can on this show. Are you all set?
Yes, sir.
I tell you this. Remember one thing, you've got to beat them to win any money around here. Is that clear?
From
All
good
right,
old
let's be at
Winnipeg.
battle stations now, and we'll take 1 minute, and we'll be back in just that minute after a word from our sponsor.
Oh, they didn't have sponsors yet because it's the pilot. Oh, but it looks like they come right back.
All right, now one member of each team is in the booth, the other plays the game board, and halfway through the game we switch positions. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start with the home team now. So, Stubby, there in front of you, we have spelled out a familiar word. Now, I want you to use the first letter of that word and any two other letters. And the object of the game here is for Stubby to communicate the word to his partner. Stubby, your strategy is to select the letters that you think will force Dick to actually say the word.
Force
Gotcha.
Dick.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Except one very important thing. You can have unlimited guessing, guess all you want, Dick. But I tell you this, Stub, every time you hear our little time signal that sounds like this, you've got to change the letter. Is that clear?
I'm with you.
Because I'm going to be strict about that.
Okay.
All right, then if we're all set, take a look at your words. Now we'll have the sound off, please, in the challenger's booth, and we're off and playing PDQ. Poor Jerry is in the silent world now. Bye-bye, Jerry. If we're all set, this is the clue to Dick Patterson. One word. Ready, set, go.
Right. H. M.
Hamburgered.
Humidified.
Humid.
Humming, doctor, humming.
Change the letter.
Humdinger.
Down. Doorway. Himden. Herman Himden. Humdinger.
Heard he plays patty cake with Toon's wives. Come on, Dick.
All right, humdinger is the word, and the home team did it in just exactly 5 letters. He kept saying ham, 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 and you kept saying say it like you loved it.
I kept
ham.
losing my appetite.
All right, then let's put the sound on now in the challenger's booth. Jerry, smile a little bit. I know that you were listening to music in there to help deaden the sound. Get back with us on
See,
PDQ
music.
now, though.
I'm
They
here.
did it in 5 letters. Are you all set?
Okay.
Giselle, you ready?
I'm ready.
The clue to you, Jerry, is it's one word.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
H-M or H-U-M.
Humbug. Humming. Humming. Hummingbird.
A letter, please, Giselle, a letter.
Humpty Dumpty. Humdinger.
Hey.
Humdinger is the word done in 4 letters. The home team took 5 letters, so the difference between 5 and 4 is 1, and the challengers are now leading by 1 point. Want to quit while you're ahead?
And all that for 1 point.
Okay, then we'll play again. Now, this time the sound is out.
It's a
in the home
stuttering
team
competition.
booth. We say goodbye to Dick Patterson. The clue here for you, Jerry. Can you read me?
I hear
the
you,
clue
Bobby.
is it's a name. Ready, set, go.
B-L-U.
Blue bonnet.
Blue Man Group.
Blue. Blondie blue. Blue bonnet. Alice blue gown. Blue bell.
Bluey.
Blue bee. Blue beal. Blue beard. What?
Ah, okay. Who I always thought was a pirate. Turns out he's just like a wife murderer.
For a minute there, it sounded like a lot of blubber. But
I can't get there.
you've got it done in 5 letters. Now we'll see how the home team does. Sound on, please. They got this. Look at that face.
Yeah, look at that face. My partner.
They got this in 5 letters. Now it's up to you, fellas.
4
The
letters.
clue here is it's a name.
Name.
Go.
Okay.
B. L. Beverly Bobson.
Oh, he really does sound like Porky Pig.
Bubblegum. Blubber. Blubson. Dr. Blubson, a great guy. Bloober.
What?
Bloopers. Bloober. Bloober.
TV's bloopers and practical jokes.
Bloober.
Name.
Blue brand.
Blueberry Man.
A blue bedroom. A blue bedroom. Bloober. Lumber. Blueberry. Blueberry. Blue bear. He's a blue bear. Blueberry. Blue what? What is it? Blueberry.
Oh my God. See, I think they shouldn't tell them how many letters the other team got it in.
I don't think he knows it now. What?
Bluebeard. Humming bluebing.
Read it again, seriously.
Bluebeard.
Bluebeard, yes, and you took all 9 letters.
Something, Dennis. I'm going to miss him.
Boy, you got a schlumping on that one. The home team took 9 letters to get there. The challengers took only 5. The difference is 4, so that's 4 points.
I could have sworn they got it in 4. Maybe she was about to put another one up.
5-0. Well, we've reached the 5-point mark, so now we'll see what you can do in the booth. We changed positions, and we're going to do that in just 1 minute, so we'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
I hope Stubby's better than his partner.
All right, now before we start here, I'd just like to make something clear that sometimes there will only be, say, 4 letters up on the board, but our tote board will show that 5 letters should have been used, because every time there is a time signal, people, that constitutes the fact that you should have put the letter up.
Okay.
And therefore you are charged for
guess.
that letter.
Dennis,
Oh,
I had my letters up there.
yes, I know you did. Sure you did. All right, I just want to explain, too, now, that each team will have an equal number of turns. 10 points wins the game. So listen very carefully here, Jerry Gourdet. If you and Giselle beat this home team and you've got them in quite a bit of trouble, we'll give you 100 points for $100 for every point that you beat them by. Is that clear?
Okay, it's kind of
All right,
like
then let's play our game here again. This time,
kinda
it'll be
like
home team
the original
playing,
rules
so
of
sound
21.
off in the challenger's booth. Now we'll see what Stubby can do in there. All right, this is the clue. 3 words. Ready, set, go, Dick.
These people don't know the trick of leaving out vowels and letting the guessers fill them in.
Manual labor.
Minoku.
Menu.
Letter?
Yeah, you know, this game is just creating app names.
Minute man. Minute hand. Minutes. Menu. Minute.
Minus.
Minute.
Minute.
Minuet. Peter Minuet.
Oh. Hey, letter, ready. You're going to be charged.
Minuet. Minute.
That's a broken letter.
A broken letter. Minute get broke. My nutmeg.
A letter?
My nutmeg. My nutty cousin. My nutty uncle.
Mint julep.
Minutic.
A letter?
My nutty.
My nutting.
Minuetting. Commuting. Minute.
Oh, that'll really do it.
Minuting.
You got it spelled wrongly.
I'll allow
All
that.
right, time is up.
Minuet and G.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was the Minuet and G by Bluebeard.
At this particular point, you are probably wondering why this is our home team, why these fellows are the regulars. I know it's pretty hard to figure it out, but actually, in the playing of this game, in rehearsals and before we came on the air, these two fellows were geniuses. Now, I don't know what has happened, but the score stands right now with them taking 9 letters to do this. The challengers will come to bat, and the challengers are winning 5-0. All right, are you ready? Let's put the sound on then in the challengers' booth. Giselle, I'd like you to feel comfortable. They used every letter in the word.
Yeah, minuet and G is
9.
crazy.
It is actually, the clue is it's 3 words.
3 words.
Ready, set, go.
Ready. M-N-U.
Money,
Minotaur.
No.
not money. No. What? Nut.
No.
Something's a nut. Macadamia nut.
No.
No.
3 words.
No, that can't be it.
No, put the
nutmeg.
letters together. Letters together.
Together. Something like men. No, there's no men there. Nutmeg. I don't know. Nothing. Nothing? Me think of nothing. That's what I'm thinking. Nothing.
Yeah, she's not going to get it either.
Mini nothing. Minute men. Timing. Minute.
Time for timer.
Minute thing. Minute thing. That doesn't make any sense. Minuting.
Say it.
Minuting. Minute machine. Minuting.
Menudo.
Menu dancing. Minuetting. Of course, it's minuetting.
What is it?
Minuetting.
Giselle. All right, time. That's it. That's it. You've used all your letters, have you not? Giselle, it is minuet in G.
Okay, at least neither of them got it.
I just want you to know that in the booth are the only 2 vocalists on the show.
Yeah, counting
Stubby
G as a
K
word really fucks you
and
up.
Giselle McKenzie. Now, absolute tie. You both used up all 9 letters. The most we got out of that was fun. The score still stands at 5-0. All right, let's continue here. This time the challengers will go first, and the sound is off in the home team booth. This ought to be a good one now. You ready?
All right.
It's 1 word.
1 word.
Go.
Okay. B-L-B.
Blubber.
Bluebeard again. Oh, wow.
Blabbermouth in 3.
Oh, it was
All
in
now
Music
this should
Man.
do it.
Okay.
Remember, the challengers have 5 points. The home team have none. They did this in 3, and we'll see what happens here. Sound on to the home team now. Stubby, nice easy one for you. 1 word. Ready, set, go.
B-L-B.
Bumblebee.
Put up an M next.
Bluebeard. Ball. Blabbermouth.
Hey!
Very good.
So at least they... Yep, it's Stubby K.
Point. It took you 4 letters to do it.
They stemmed the bleeding a little.
The challengers only took 3. The difference is 1, so it's now 6-0 in favor of the challengers. All right, this time again, it's the home team. We'll put the sound off in the challengers' booth. And Stubby, if you're ready, and Dick, if you are ready, this is a person's name. Ready, set, go. You didn't change the board.
Get that blab out of there.
Yeah.
All right,
blab is
that's
still
right.
here.
Now, we'll take a second here to change the board.
You can edit this, you know.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
All the way.
Oh, wow, that's
Set, go.
cool.
Okay, time is in now.
H-N-E.
No.
Harry,
Um,
Henrietta, Henry, Herman.
You might be thinking of, oh God, what's his name? Different fat comedian. Stubby K was in, the Little Abner musical movie.
Letter?
Herman.
Buddy
Honus Wagner.
Buddy Hackett was
Honus
in Music
Wagner.
Man.
Honey bee, honey bunch, honey boy, honey baby, honeysuckle rose.
Honesty.
No. Honeysuckle, honeysuckle, honest John,
No.
honest Abe.
That's right.
Oh, Honest Abe. Okay.
Very good. Honest Abe it is. It took 6 letters to do it. Okay, now we'll put the sound on in the challengers booth. And I say to you people over there, the clue is it's a person's name, Giselle. Ready, set, go.
Sort of.
Okay. H-A-B.
Harry, Haley Mills.
Harry Belafonte.
Harry. Henry.
Honest Gabe.
No, this is it. Habe. Habe.
Habe's Irish Road.
H with the thing like you stop the H. All right. No, I don't get that.
Yeah,
Michael.
Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. That was his song. Great song.
Homer Abercrombie. Honeycomb. Honeysuckle Road. No. Honey Abel. What?
Kimosabe. Honstable.
Honstable.
Oh my God.
What kind of a name is that? Honstab. BBB. Honeystave.
Who is it? What is it, Giselle? Do you know?
Honeystave.
No, read the whole thing.
At this point, it's like deciphering a license
Read the
plate.
whole thing. Read the whole thing phonetically.
Honeystave.
All right. What she has arrived at is it's Hunstave. What is it, Giselle? Do you know?
Hunstave.
Separate. Now what is it, Giselle?
Honeystave.
That's a good girl. Honest Abe, 9 letters. Now some damage has been done. It took them 9 letters to do it. The home team only took 6. They have picked up 3 points. The home team have. So the score right now is 6-3, closing the gap. Here we go again. The challengers will start. Sound off in the home team booth. Ready?
I'm
Are you
ready.
2 words, go.
Okay. B-B-L.
Devil's...
Double cheeseburger.
Blue blood. No.
Double bubble.
Blubber. No.
Just say it, Giselle. Say it phonetically.
Beelzebub. Beelzebub. No, that can't be right.
Double day.
DBLDBD. DBLBD.
Double dare.
Bumblebee.
Oh God, it'd be amazing if it was double dare.
Double bed.
Double bed, that's it.
Oh, I forgot about the other B.
All right, double bed, done with 6 letters. Okay, sound on over here for Stubby K. Can you hear me, Stub?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I say do DBL and then the other B.
And they did it in 6. The score is 6-3. You fellas are losing. Ready, set, go.
D-B-L. Double trouble. Double header. No, double trouble. Double bubble. Double bed. Double bed.
Very good.
What did you say?
Bubble bobble.
Bed.
Oh, quiet in the studio. Say it once more.
Double bed.
That is not right.
Oh.
Let's go on. Put up the letters.
It's not right.
No, sir.
Double beds.
That's right.
Okay. So that was 5
I'm not
letters.
going to give you fellas a break.
that's all right.
If the word is double beds, you better say double beds.
You're right, Dennis.
Okay. So it's 6 letters taken by the challengers, 4 by the home team. So they pick up another 2 points there, and 5 by the home team. The score right now is 6-4.
It's just
in
1
favor
letter
of
difference.
The challengers. Now we go on from here. This time, it'll be the home team.
They're catching back up.
In the challengers
I'm
booth.
rooting for them.
And fellas, the clue is this is a nickname. Ready, set, go.
All right. S-S-M.
Snicked.
Saint Nick.
Stinky. Oh my God. Hey Mandy. Winner gets to accuse the other team of being secret
That's
communists.
the place in Jersey where
Yeah,
in New York we had the prize fight.
That's right.
When I was a young feller. All right, so they got St. Nick with only 3 letters. All right, sound on. Giselle.
Sounds like trouble.
Yes, they did it in 3. They did it with a minimum of 3. The clue for you is this is a nickname. Ready, set,
It is a
go.
nickname.
S-T-N.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus? No, it's Santa.
Put your letters together now this time, Jerry.
Oh, he was in Guys and Dolls too. Okay, yeah, he was definitely a song and dance man.
Stinky. No. Santa Claus. That is Santa. Sandy. Oh. Santa. Saint Nick.
Stink misspelled.
That's it, St. Nick. All right. There you are losing ground now. You know what happened there. It took them 5. It took the home team only 3. They picked up 2 more points on the home team, so the score right now is 6-6. Now we'll see who can break the tie. the challengers. We play with them again. The home team, we have the sound go off in that booth. And Giselle, it's 6-6 now.
Turn
The
the
clue here,
show up a little.
3 words. Ready, set, go.
BBD.
Better Business Bureau. Better.
Bed Bath and
not
Bed
better.
Bath and Beyond.
Brown. John Brown's body. No.
Bring your own bird bath.
That's it.
Oh, very good.
5 birdie, done in 4. Sound on for the home team.
Bed Bath and Dion.
That's all right. Take your time, Dick, if you're not ready. The score is 6-6, Stubby. They just got their word in only 4 letters. That's one more than
Bed
the
Bath and
original
Dionne
3,
Warwick,
okay?
also good.
The clue for you is it's 3 words. Ready, set, go.
B R D BRD BR Baird board bed beer rat bird
Put a Y. Nope.
BB road BB bumblebee bluebeard bye birdie.
That's it.
Very good.
Hey, we got 1. It took you 5. The challenge only took 4. The difference is 1 point. The score right now is 7-6. And I think by this time, our team and everybody needs a breather. We'll pause here for a minute. We'll be right back.
Okay, they come back pretty quick.
Well, the challengers are winning 7-6. It's the home team turn at bat now, so we'll put the sound off in the challengers' booth. You're trailing, fellas, by 1 point. Let's see what happens here. The clue is it's 2 words, and Stubby, are you ready? Ready, set, go.
2 words. Yeah. H P D.
They're all going to need a few shots after this.
Hypo doctor.
El Condor Pasta says this game would be fun to revive now. I always think that about word games.
Hopping dentists. Hopeful doctors. Hop-eye.
Hopdinger.
Hop-dee.
Harry Potter department.
Hopping, what is it?
Hope Diamond.
Yeah!
All right. Got it in 6. Hope Diamond with 6 letters. Sound on, please, in the challengers' booth. They did it in 6 now, and the clue here is it's 2 words. Are you ready, Giselle?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's go.
Oh, accident.
All right, get some letters up. Don't waste time.
HDM.
Hard-mind, headman.
Letter. Keep your letters together, too, Giselle.
Headman.
All of them. Thank you.
Hope Diamond.
Oh my God.
That's almost impossible. That's beautiful. You should have really picked up more points than that, but you did pick up points. It took these boys 6. It took you only 4, so you got 2 points. The difference between 4 and 6 is 2. So the score right now is 9 for the challengers and 6 for the home team.
That's what's amazing
All right,
about
kids, what I have to do is-
about games like this, like this and Password and Pyramid, is when people are really good at it, it's almost like psychic communication.
pick up at least 1 more point, you've won the game. Challengers first again. We'll put the sound off in the home team booth. And it is off, and so this one is 3 words, Jerry. Giselle, now
Okay.
you set, ready, set, go.
SPT.
Ship to shore. Sip.
Stone Pemple Tilets.
Letter.
Spittoon.
Springtime and...
Springtime for Hitler.
Spring...
Letter.
Sputnik.
Blue.
Oh yeah, no, soup to nuts is probably it.
Springtime...
Sputnik would be wrong order.
Letter.
Nut. Some kind of nut. Some kind of nut.
Sport nut.
Remember, Jerry, it's 3 words, Jerry.
Soup to nut.
All right, that's it.
Jerry's Budget De Niro.
Okay, lights on. Lights on. It took them 7 letters in which to do it. Can you hear me now? It took them 7 letters to get this one now. So, fellas, here we go. It's 3 words, and you guys are trailing by 3 points. Ready, set, go.
3 words. S-U-P. P.
Superman.
Suppose. Supper. The Last Supper. Superintendent.
3 words.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Tiring. Soup tomato soup. Soup heated. Subtomanian bird
Three
word.
Sup and chanted evening. What is that? Sup to new. It's up to you. Say it.
Oh yeah, butt bag. That's
Subtonic, a broken tone.
Rebus's.
Broken tone. Say it. Subtone.
All right. We can kill it right there because they've already taken 8 letters to do it and they've done nothing. The challengers have only taken 7. They've gotten the 1 point
out of this, will ya?
so the game is over. The game is over. 10-6, and the challengers have won. Come on out, Jerry.
Dennis, I'm glad he
Come on
left
out.
his car running.
Congratulations, you did awfully well. I don't know what that one was you did, but that was the one that clinched it. Boys, I know you want to take a breather. We're going to give him a chance now, in just a minute or so, to play our bonus game to win more money. So relax.
Oh,
if we have time, you'll be playing
we have
against
time for a
another
bonus
challenger
game?
with Giselle.
I'd like to talk to you.
You said you take a breather, too? We'll all take a breather for just
They were
1
like
minute,
little
and
robbers
then
in the
we
game.
shall be back for the bonus game. See you then.
Oh yeah, well usually if you're talking about concentration, there usually a robber represented the consonant con.
Well, Jerry, it was the Hope Diamond that gave you the treasure in that game. You got it so quickly. All right, now you'll get a chance for some more money here.
Right.
Over there, you'll see 3 letters. Now, you'll see lots of letters in there, 3 at a time. Each one stands for a certain word. Now, the audience will know what that word is, but of course you will not. When you see those letters, spell out as many words as you can. Just keep them pouring out at us. We'll start you out calling words, and every 5 seconds we'll change the word. We'll put up 10 words in all. For each correct word, you get $50, so you could go away with $500 more. Is that clear?
Sure enough.
All right, you all set?
Yep.
Ready, set, go, then. HRS.
Horse.
Horse is right.
Horse. Libel. Label.
Label is right.
Label is... Don't. Donut. Dimwit. Dunk.
Change it.
Visual. Visal.
Oh man, the first 2 were easy.
Basil.
Oh, change it.
Vaseline.
Pilot. Plate.
Plate is right.
Bedroom. Boredom.
Keep going.
Bedroom. Bordering. Border.
Border is right, yes.
Mover.
Mover is right.
Wedge.
Wedge is right.
Border. Bedroom. Bedrock. Beddery.
I'm sorry, change it. Last one.
Hard. Herd.
Herd is it. Good. All right.
Buttbag says concentration reminds me of being over at my grandma's way back in the day.
Yeah,
I have a
Kenny Williams.
concentration board game back here
Gary
somewhere.
had 7 words correct for $350. Added to his previous $400 gives a grand total of $750.
That's horrific.
It was basically $9 billion back then.
Giselle, you helped him to $750. Well, I see that we just about got time to wind things up. Giselle, thank you for coming from New York. Pleasant trip back. Boys, we'll see you next
This man
week.
yells at letters around. It was pretty fun.
Dennis James saying we'll see you next week on PDQ. Bye now. So long.
The letters in board were wrong. BDR. No, BDR is the right order for border. So there's 2 R's. All right, so that was PDQ. Our next up is Double Dare, not the one you're thinking of. For those that are new, before Mark Summers' Double Dare, before Nickelodeon was even a thing. I wasn't paying attention. BDR for board. Okay, I see. Thank you. Before Nickelodeon was even a thing, there was a game show in 1976 called Double Dare, hosted by Alex Trebek. Didn't involve physical challenges at all. Instead, it was two contestants in isolation booths, and the idea was you got money for answering the question, but once you get the question, you then have the option to win more money by guessing that the opponent won't know the answer to the next clue. It's obviously you can't. You could do it today, but you'd have to change the name. Maybe you could change it to the original name that show creator Jay Wolpert had when he was developing the show at my brain is so bad today. Chuck Barris Productions. He originally was pitching this game under the title The Gutsy Game. I don't know if that's better, but you could do that and not confuse people. So anyway, here we go. This is Alex Trebek Double Dare. You'll recognize the music, the theme music, because it was later reused for Card Sharks.
Take a risk.
Just call it Guts.
Take a chance. Take a dare. Play the game of Double Dare.
I think I need to eat my sandwich to get my brain working again.
Double Dare, Alex Trebek.
I'll mute while I'm chewing.
Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to our show. We're delighted that you joined us today. Hopefully, you'll stay with us for the entire half hour and have some fun along with us as we put our contestants to the test against each other and also against the spoilers for big cash prizes. Usually, I walk out and I'm carrying a bunch of cards with all the clues that we use in our main game. Today, I don't need them, and the reason I don't need them is because at the end of our last program, we crowned a new champion, and she goes into our bonus round right now. Let's make her feel very confident with a warm welcome, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Here is Nancy King. Hello, Nancy. I got news for you, folks. If you were watching our last show, I ended by saying she had cold hands, and they are still cold. Have they stayed cold for 24 hours?
Yes.
They have. How did your kids react to your victory yesterday?
I think they're very proud of me.
Okay, let's
Oh,
see if we can
looking
make
like
them
Mr.
even
Cotter.
more proud right now as you try to pick up an additional $5,000 against the spoiler.
It was the style at the time.
All right, Nancy, you have seen the spoilers before. Each of them is a PhD, and they're spoilers because they win if they can keep you from winning. Let me introduce them right now to our audience. Spoiler number 1 is Dr. Jim Brock. Spoiler number 2 is Dr. Barry Ratea. And spoiler number 3 is Dr. Perry Thorndike. Those are the spoilers. Let's close them off so they can't hear what we are saying. And let's go to work and see if we can't beat them. On this board, we have the 8 clues to a person, place, or thing. You've got to give 4 clues to the spoilers and try to have them come up with a wrong answer. Every time they miss, you win $100. If one spoiler misses on all 4 clues, then you've got $5,000.
So I'm not going to go into too much detail because obviously I don't want anyone to steal this, but I am currently in the process of coming up with a board game that's kind of based on this. It's obviously not exactly this because that would be theft, but I'll give more details soon. Not soon, at some point. I had a math teacher in high school who would get perms on purpose because he was too lazy to comb his hair.
In cash. All right? You're not too nervous, are you? Good. Let's look at the correct answer at the top so we know what we're going for. The Mississippi River. All right, for our purposes, that is a thing. Good luck. Pick a clue.
8.
Charles Dickens called it a slimy monster, hideous to behold.
That's a good one. Give it.
I'll give them that.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good one to give them. Spoilers? The subject is a thing.
It's kind of just based on this general principle of like trying to get clues past your opponent.
Here is the clue. Charles Dickens called it a slimy monster, hideous to behold. Spoiler number 1.
A bleak house.
No. We'll go to spoiler number 2, Dr. Ratea.
A snake?
I'm sorry, a snake?
A snake?
No. Spoiler number 3, Dr. Thorndike. Your answer.
No answer.
Your answer? No answer. Good. $300. One clue given away. Pick another.
4.
In song, it's referred to as Old Man River.
Oh no, pass.
I thought you might. You've given away one, you've passed on one. Select another.
What are
clue.
the J words? I'm not sure.
Its Indian name means father
They might
of
know that.
waters. That's touch and go. I really don't know what to advise you to do on that.
Oh boy, I'll pass
This is
that.
Bluebeard.
Okay. 2 passes.
The thing with passing in this game is you can only pass 4, and then sometimes you end up with a clue that's like, it's called the Mississippi River.
Pick another clue.
5.
You're allowed 4 passes, so you're in good shape. Thomas Jefferson sought to buy New Orleans to ensure control of its mouth.
Pass.
3 passes used up now.
Yeah, mouth
Take
is
another clue.
a big
6.
giveaway.
It is believed that some of Columbus's sailors may have sighted it.
That's
Doesn't
pretty
sound
vague.
I'll give him that one.
Sure. Okay. Spoilers. It is believed that some of Columbus's sailors may have sighted it. Dr. Brock.
A whale.
No. Another $100 for you.
This is a song about a whale. No!
Dr. Ratea. Spoiler number 2.
Sea serpent?
No.
Yeah, see, they're still thinking monster.
Dr. Thorndike. No answer again. Good. You notice that they seem to be off the track there. They're into snakes and serpents, so you're in pretty good shape. It might work out really well. Pick another clue for me.
3.
Number 3, Mark Twain's Huckleberry
Nope.
Finn.
Nope. Get out of here.
Okay, you have now used your 4th pass. You're going to have to give them clues 1 and 7. It remains for you to determine the order. Where do you want to go?
The good news is only one of them has to miss the last clue for her to win the money.
7.
It was used as a northern invasion route
okay.
in the Civil War. Okay, let's see what happens. Spoilers? It was used as a northern invasion route in the Civil War.
Right, Mandy. The idea is she's trying to have the spoilers not guess the Mississippi River.
Dr. Brock, your reply. Need an answer now.
Double
No
bets.
answer? All right, you've got another 100. Let's go to Dr. Ratea. Spoiler number 2.
No answer.
Oh. Spoiler number 3, Dr. Thorndike.
Gulf of Mexico?
The Gulf of Mexico is wrong. You're up to 900. Okay, indeed. You've got to give them number 1. And that clue number 1 is worth a lot of money to you. $5,000 if just one of those spoilers misses. Let's take a look at it. Number 1. According to one song...
Oh, I missed, but Bag says, I'm answering in the form of a question like it's Jeopardy. What are the J words? Okay. Yeah, no, it's still called Gulf of Mexico.
It's a treat to beat your feet in its mud.
Ew.
I have seen strange things happen on Double Dare, and it could happen now. I mean, one of them may not know the song.
Yeah, just one of them has to not know it.
And watch the way I read it. Here we go. Spoilers? According to one song, it's a treat to beat your feet in its mud. We'll go to Dr. Brock first of all.
And Mississippi.
You're right. You have just won $100. Let's go to Dr. Ratea.
The Mississippi River?
You are correct. You have won $100. Keep your
I'm guessing it's like a blues song.
fingers crossed. Dr. Thorndike hasn't heard their answers. He might make a mistake. Spoiler number 3. Dr. Thorndike?
The Mississippi River.
Oh, my God. She was doing so good up until then.
Dr. Thorndike? Each of our spoilers came up with the right answer, and each has won $100. Thank you very much, gentlemen. You've done your work well. Goodbye to you, and goodbye to you folks also. We're going to take a commercial break, but not before I tell this lady that she picked up $900, and she now has $1,450. We're going to start you in.
It might have been popular in the 70s.
Everyone.
Nancy King, a brand new champion in the champions booth, and she has a total of $1,450 in cash. Good luck to you as you face your first challenger.
Challenging Nancy King is Mort Kamen.
Hi, Mort.
Morning, Alex.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
What kind of work you do?
I'm an attorney.
We wind up with a lot of attorneys on this show, I guess because attorneys are usually well-read people. What's your favorite subject when you're doing pleasure reading?
I'd say Ernest Hemingway. Anything about Ernest Hemingway is my favorite subject.
Well, I don't know if we have any questions on Ernest Hemingway or Ernest Hemingway.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's a wet Muppet. Yes, I'm sorry. I was chewing at the moment. But Flower Alley, yes, they used a variant of the sad trombone sound from The Price is Right, which was also used on Card Sharks if someone busted in the money cards.
Characters, but I want to wish you good luck on the subjects we do have.
Thank you,
The
Alex.
game is $500, as you know, and we're going to start off on our very first subject by showing the folks
He looks
at
like
home
the guy
right
from
answers.
Party
So if you'd
Down.
like to play
It's
along
not
with
Adam
us
Scott.
and test your knowledge and skill against
Oh,
our
something by
players,
Dean Martin.
Then turn away from the screen
The,
right now until
Mississippi
you hear the
song.
chime. Okay? Here's the right answer. And I will tell you players that the subject is a thing. First clue coming up. When the Prince of Wales hit a golf ball off one, it became probably the largest tea ever used? Clue number 2. Cosmic ray detectors have been used to determine the inner structure of the largest one. Subject is a thing.
Clue 3, built by
They're
aliens.
said to keep razor sharp, coffee fresh, and cigarettes mild, and Nancy King thinks she knows the answer. Nancy.
A pyramid.
A pyramid, you are right.
That's weird.
$50 for you, Nancy, and it's dare time. You can pick up an additional $100.
Oh yeah, when the window opens to reveal the first clue, that is the it's a couple things. It's the sound on the Joker's Wild when the slot machine winds up, and it's on The Price is Right, the penny ante game, when you when Bob presses the button and it goes it's that same sound.
Now let's look at the clue.
Oh yeah, the huge one in Memphis that used to be a sports arena and is now a Bass Pro
Plastic
Shop.
Models large enough to sleep in. That's the dare clue. Do you want to show it to Mort, or should we stop?
I'll dare him.
Fine, let's bring Mort Kamens back. Nancy, the champ, got the right answer. She's taken the dare. You have 5 seconds to look at this clue. What's your answer, Mort?
I'll try pyramids.
You are right, and the game is all tied up. Each of you has $50.
So if he hadn't gotten that,
Looks
he would have
like
gotten
another of
100.
those seesaw battles. Very few dollars separating our players. Let's go on to another subject and another right answer for you folks to consider. Subject this time is a title. Title. First clue to help you identify it. This film was based on a book with the same title, written by a one-time Union Army general, and Mort on the very first clue buzzes in.
Ben-Hur.
You are right.
Ben-Hur, I barely know her.
You're up to 100. Getting it on the first clue, Mort, puts you in a very advantageous position because, as you know, the clues get easier as we go along. This is a dare situation for you. Let's look at clue number 2. A critic wrote, any parent who takes a child to see this film is irresponsible.
I don't see how she can get it on that one. I'll take the dare.
Okay, let's bring Nancy back. He came up with the right answer. He's taken the dare. You have 5 seconds for this clue. Nancy, your answer.
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, we close you off. We give Mort $100 more. You're up to 200. You were right. It was a tough clue. If you didn't know it...
Yeah, I guess it was like shockingly violent for the time.
And you were sitting pretty. This is double dare time for you. You can double your score.
I think a stunt... I don't remember if it was that one or like an earlier silent version where a stuntman died. If the Ice Cream Bunny wrote it, it would be Ben. Very good, Flowerella.
The $400. Let's look at the clue. Christopher Fry, Maxwell Anderson, Gore Vidal, and S.N. Berman all worked on the script.
I'm glad I got it on the first clue. I'll give her the dare again.
Fine. Bring Nancy back. He's taking the double dare. Here's the clue for you, Nancy. Your answer, Nancy?
Andersonville?
Not Andersonville. The right answer is Ben-Hur.
So just like that, he's $100 away from winning the game.
$400, a big lead.
Oh, okay.
Will it be enough?
Alejandro Paso just said a
Resume
Snopes
play
link.
on Double Dare.
That's the thing is, I used to read Snopes all the time as a kid, and sometimes the wrong facts would just embed themselves in my brain as real.
2 days in a row, we have wound up crowning new champions. Nancy King, our current champ, has only $50 in this game, and she trails badly the challenger, Mort Kamens. He has 400, and we're going on to another subject, so we might well wind up
I'm
crowning
going
a
to
new
close my
champ
eyes for this one, try
in
to
just
guess
a few
it.
minutes, but let's see what the champ can do as we go to the next subject, and first, the right answer for you to look at. Players, you're going for a person. Here's the first clue. At the time she chose her profession, many who practiced it were prostitutes.
Florence
Clue number
Nightingale?
2. She refused burial in Westminster Abbey and asked that her body be given to science, and Mort Kamens thinks he knows the answer.
I think that's Florence Nightingale.
You're right.
Holy shit.
Mort, you've got $450. Dare time. Let's look at the clue together. In 1907, she became the first woman ever to be given the British order of merit. You've got $450. Nancy has but 50.
Let's take the dare.
All right. If it works for you, you become the new champion with $550. Let's bring Nancy back. Mort got the right answer, Nancy. And he has taken the dare. I'm going to need a correct answer after you look at the clue for 5 seconds, or else he is new champ. Here's the clue. Nancy?
Sarah Bernhardt?
Sarah Bernhardt is wrong. It's Florence Nightingale. Mort's our new champ. Come out here and join me, Mort. Nancy, the $50 you have just won takes you to an even $1,500. That's good going. Congratulations to you from all of us here on Double Dare. Goodbye. And congratulations are in order for you too. Mort, you feel a lot better now? Real good. All right. I hope you keep feeling that way until we pause for some commercial messages, and then we'll see if we can't help
The
you win
patriarchy is victorious.
$5,000 against the spoilers.
Well, it was victorious earlier with the, when the spoilers all got the Mississippi
Mort
River.
is our new champion, and he's got $550, and he's
Sometimes there
trying to
is a
make
female
5,000
spoiler.
against these gentlemen, the spoilers. I have already introduced these gentlemen, so let's go right to the game. We will shut them off so they can't hear what we're saying, and I will direct your attention and that of our audience to the board over here where we have the 8 clues. You know what you have to do? Let's look at the correct answer at the top of the board. Name up there is Lennon or Lenny.
So there are 2 fairly serious topics for the bonus round today. What I like is when the spoilers, these stuffy PhDs, so fancy and smart, have to guess like Popeye the Sailor.
That's a person. Pick a clue.
Number 2.
H.G. Wells called him the dreamer in the Kremlin.
That's too specific.
You've got 4 passes to use if you don't want to give a clue. What are you going to do?
I'll pass on that.
Pick another.
Let's try number 3.
The name of the second largest city in the Soviet Union, St. Petersburg, was changed to honor him.
I think
That's
PhDs
a
will know
pass
that. I'll
also.
Pass on that.
Okay, good thinking on your part. You've used up 2 passes.
Number 7.
His original last name was Ulyanov. You. All right.
Yeah, that narrows it down to Russia.
The subject
But
is a person, and here is the clue. His original last name was Ulyanov. We'll start with spoiler number 1, Dr. Brock.
No answer.
All right, that's $100 for the champion, Mort Damage. We'll go to Dr. Ratea, spoiler number 2.
Lenin.
oh,
You are right. You have
motherfucker.
won $100. Okay. Well, let's see what happens with spoiler number 3. Dr. Thorndike?
Nureyev.
Nureyev is wrong. $200 for you. Pick another clue.
Number 5.
He led the Bolsheviks
Nope.
to power in 1917. You backed off
Secret
on that,
communist
Mort.
revealed.
What does that mean?
Means I'm going to pass.
You have now used 3.
yeah, this is a secret
You have
test.
3 more clues to give away.
Let's try number 1.
He smuggled his ideas out of his prison by writing in milk between the lines of books.
That's good.
Sounds like one to give. I'll give it.
All right, I think so too. We should be all right with this one. Okay, spoilers? He smuggled his ideas out of his prison by writing in milk
I think someone might guess
between
Hitler.
the lines of books. We'll start with Dr. Brock.
Jean-Paul Marat.
You are wrong. That's another $100. Let's go to Dr. Thorndike. Spoiler number 3, your reply.
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler is wrong.
I knew it.
Okay, you see? Notice how when good things are happening, I say we, and you're taking the fall. However,
Mein
if
Kampf
the
was on
spoilers
milk
come in with the
cartons.
right answer. Pick another clue.
Number 6.
Writing in milk in between the lines of other books is insane.
He was reluctant to listen to Beethoven's music because it made him feel weak.
Yeah.
Let's give that one.
Sounds like
That's
a
a
good
good
one to
one.
give. Spoilers? Here is the clue. He was reluctant to listen to
Adolf Hitler,
Beethoven's
Ulyanov.
music because it made him feel weak. Dr. Brock,
Oh, the star of the movie.
give me an answer quickly.
No,
Not
it's
fast enough, I'm sorry.
no, emphatically.
We'll go to spoiler number 3, Dr. Thorndike.
No answer.
No answer? All right.
Oh, I think he's thinking of Clockwork Orange.
Been good. You've given away 3. You've used 3 passes. 2 clues remain. All you've got to do is get rid of 1 more and have 1 spoiler miss. Just 1 spoiler miss. And you got 5,000. Pick a clue.
Number 8.
He's the father of his country to many of his citizens. Give it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
for $5,000.
that's
Here
vague
we go.
enough.
Spoilers. He's the father of his country to many of its citizens. Dr. Brock, your answer, please. I need an answer.
Garibaldi.
You are wrong. It's Lenin, and that means the corner has $5,000. Congratulations. Dr. Thorndike, it was Lenin the right answer. You didn't get a chance to give an answer on that. Thank you, spoilers, and congratulations again to Mort Kane as our new champion with $5,550. Well, what's it going to be put towards?
Let's pay some taxes and then splurge.
Then splurge. All right, we may get a chance to find out what you mean by splurge, but right now, I'd like you to go
Definitely a little luck
to the
needed,
booth,
yeah.
Go to the champion's
Well, that's
booth, if you would, while we introduce your
the
opponent.
picking random numbers is that element.
Mark Solomon.
Oh, another weird, sweaty man.
I am well. You're in a booth that is soundproof and that we like to move around every once in a while. Don't be nervous. This booth keeps wanting to dance with me, obviously. It backed up, came forward. Don't panic. You missed all the excitement out here because you were back there listening to music.
Yes, I was.
Our champion, Mort Kamens, did the spoilers in and won $5,000.
Martin Starr,
So
that's
he's
who that
feeling
guy
pretty
looks like.
confident right now. How do you feel?
Pretty nervous.
Pretty nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give you a moment in which to relax. Tell me about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm from Hartford, Connecticut originally, and I came out here, and now I'm working in a little retail store selling tights and tap shoes and tutus.
Tights, tap shoes, and tutus.
The
Is
three
that
T's.
the name of the store?
No, we can't say the name of the store. but
Tights, tap shoes, and tutus. I love it. Okay, good to have you here, and I want to wish you lots of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, a game is $500. We're going to start off by showing our home
All right, I'm
audience
gonna
the right answer.
shut my
Remember,
eyes
we'll
again.
flash the clues one at a time.
See if
when
I
we
have
get the
another
game
psychic
started.
miracle.
The clues get easier as we go along. But right now, to make it very easy for you, here's the correct answer. First subject is a thing. A thing. Good luck. A trainer at the LA Zoo maintains that animals must have these things to be fighters and lovers.
Testicles.
Clue number 2. Strongman Hercules John Messis pulled 2 railroad cars with his. Clue number 3. Oh, the audience is reacting too much. During World War II, Lucille Ball had one which allegedly received
Tooth.
top secret Japanese radio messages. Oh, we're having so much fun with the clues, but that buzzing noise means we've got to take a break for a commercial message. So let's do that.
That means
and we'll tell you
show's
what
out of time.
Today. Welcome back to Double Dare. You folks at home who are paying attention saw the right answer there, which means we don't get a chance to go on to some of our other clues. And a couple here that I really like. Warthogs are sometimes blinded by theirs. And this one, Brother Giovanni Battista Orsenigo kept all the ones he removed, totaling $2,744,000. And the right answer, players, was teeth. Neither one of you has amassed any money in this game, and that's all right.
Okay, so I got it in
We're going to
3.
pick things up with 0-0
Teeth,
on our
teeth,
next
teeth.
show. We'll look for you then, and you two join us, won't you? Till then, have a good day. So long, everybody.
So yeah, that's the thing with game shows in the 70s. Back then, they could just end in the middle of the game and come back and pick it up the next day. Lots of people who tuned into Buzzer thinking they would watch that Double Dare were probably disappointed. Yeah, I think it's not Bluebeard. It's not Jackie Chan. Yeah, I remember this used to air on Game Show Network, and I think they might have called it like Double Dare 76 to avoid confusion. Oh, yeah. Alright, so that was 1976 Double Dare. Next up is Friend or Foe. So this is a show, announcer is Johnny Olson, yes, although he was replaced midway through the run by Gene Wood from Family Feud. Reminds me when I was excited to watch the Hogan Family, only to realize it didn't have Hulk Hogan. I didn't know it was just Valerie minus Valerie Harper. Same with Hogan's Heroes, I'm sure. So Friend or Foe was a Game Show Network original from what I consider to be the golden age of Game Show Network originals. You had like Whammy, The New Press Your Luck, Lingo, oh God, what else? Win Tuition, Cram, Russian Roulette. Not a Burt London's Love Buffet or Throughout Neck in sight. We didn't know how good we had it, and they still had time to show old game shows too. This particular upload is... Idiot Test is good. It's not from the same era, though. A lot of game shows could film several episodes in one day. Match Game would film 5 shows in one day, yeah. So Friend or Foe is a... there's isolation booths just to make sure that the teams can't hear each other, but it's more of a game of trust. And it introduced me as an American viewer to the concept of the prisoner's dilemma. There's this whole diagram that I found on Encyclopedia Britannica, but they explain it pretty well in the show. So Friend or Foe is hosted by former MTV VJ and current Fox News ghoul Kennedy. I won't hold that against her for the duration of this show, but I think she does a pretty good job here. And anything else that I need to... No, after this, I have another clip from the show of probably the best... probably the best moment on the entire show. The other thing I wanted to mention is, for some reason, this was uploaded like 4 months ago by the Game Show Network official YouTube channel. Just a weird thing for them to do, since the show hasn't been on since in like I think over 20 years. But here we go. This is Friend or Foe.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Friend or Foe. I'm Kennedy, your game show.
Why do these hosts go full Fox? I don't know. It's where the money is, apparently.
In a moment, these 3 players will have to choose between these potential partners. 3 people who they've never met, never spoken to, never even accidentally dialed. Together, these new teammates will move through a world of trust, knowledge, and betrayal. They'll work together to build a trust fund and ultimately decide whether to share the money as friends or fight over it as foes here on Friend or Foe.
So we watched Golden Balls on the stream before. It's kind of the same thing with the splitter steel mechanic.
Welcome back to Friend or Foe.
It's giving Sarah Palin vibes. That must be it. She hit her head and thought she was Sarah Palin.
Is Greg.
I'm an apartment manager. I like playing cards, and I'm a proud member of the NRA.
Oh boy.
I'm sure Greg isn't so proud of the fact that his house was put into foreclosure. Next we have Heather.
I work as an assistant at a baby talent agency, and I love body surfing and bonfires on
Baby
the beach.
talent agency.
Heather also has a real talent for sneaking into the movie theater through the emergency exit. And finally, there's Lance.
I'm a horse trainer, and I've rescued injured animals, including a seagull and a goat.
Lance has some animal instincts of his own. When a guy made him angry, Lance marked his territory in his shampoo bottle. Well, we've met our 3 players, and now it's time to meet their potential partners. Our first potential partner is Lucy.
I'm a legal secretary. I enjoy karate and playing the clarinet.
She also enjoys playing her friends. Lucy once stole a friend's ring and then hawked it.
She's from La Canada,
There's
California.
Brian.
I'm a professional poker player. I'm also an expert when it comes to cartoons and Broadway musicals.
Brian has plenty of time to sit around watching cartoons while his wife, the research chemist, is out making an honest living. And finally, you have Nicole.
I'm an artist from Santiago, Chile. I enjoy sculpting, dancing, and photography.
But Nicole's parents back in Chile don't know how she supports her art. She sells adult movies over the phone. Well, players, those are your
Kennedy's
choices.
never made a secret that
It's
she's a
time to pick
conservative
your
Republican. I don't know how she wound up in MTV. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Greg, who did you choose?
It's a mystery.
Heather, who did you select?
I chose Nicole.
And Lance, who will it be, Lance?
I chose Brian.
All right. Well, Heather, you and Nicole are officially a team. And Brian, since more than one person has selected you according to the Friend or Foe rules, you get to pick your partner. So who will it be, Greg or Lance?
I'll go with Lance.
All right, then. Congratulations. And that means, Greg, you and Lucy are now a team. Our teams have been formed. The test of knowledge and of trust is about to begin when we return to Friend or Foe.
Oh yeah, Adam Curry just suddenly became super Christian, like
Welcome back to Friend or
like
Foe.
the
Our three lovely
nightmare
teams are
kind
in
of Christian.
game position. They've got their game faces on, and their stations have been wired so they can all hear my voice. I'm placing $200 in each of your trust funds, a little something to start the game with. And in this round, there are 4 questions worth $500 each. You have 15 seconds.
I think
to
there's just
answer
something
each
about
question
getting
with.
old that
and remember, both
makes
players
people
must agree on
more
the answer
conservative.
and lock it in at the same time. So laugh, talk, slap each other, whatever it takes to come to a mutual decision, but you must agree on the answer. You guys ready for your first question of round 1? All right, here we go, party people. If you were in Brazil and asked to do the national dance, what dance would it be?
Samba.
Tango, mambo, samba, or rumba? And begin.
Samba. De Janeiro.
We'll go with
No.
Tango's fine.
You take the samba?
Yeah.
Okay, want to lock it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with famous
would
people
say Samba.
specifically, because they've got all this money, and then they're like, no, I have to keep all the money.
Samba.
Yeah,
Let's go Samba.
All right, everyone has locked in. Greg and Lucy, you thought it might be the samba. Heather and Nicole also
Hold
thought
on
it
one
might
second.
be the
I thought there
samba.
was.
However, Lance and
crosstalk
Brian doing their
somewhere.
own dance in there went with the tango. The correct answer is samba. Here's your next question, you guys. Which of these cities' baseball teams does not have an animal-inspired name? Detroit, Baltimore, Toronto, or Seattle? And begin.
Seattle's the Mariners.
Sports girl?
Yeah, Tiger Cat
I
got
know
it.
it's not
Of course.
Baltimore.
Seattle
Mariners.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's just somebody in one of the booths.
I don't know which one. Let's pick something.
All right, everyone has run out of time, and Greg and Lucy, you guys thought it would be Toronto. Heather and Nicole, you took too much time and didn't lock in an answer. Lance and Brian, you guys think it's Seattle, and the correct answer is Seattle.
What's up? Yeah, good job.
It's the Seattle Mariners. They're not animals. Well, maybe some of the fans at the game are, but hey, they love Ichiro. All right, here's your next question. Which actor and actress did People magazine readers vote as having the most on-screen chemistry? Gere
Hanks and Ryan.
Roberts, DiCaprio and Winslet, Hanks and Ryan, or Allen and Keaton?
Although Gere and
begin.
Roberts is pretty
I
strong.
think probably Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh, the guys are
Want to go with that?
continuing to
I
talk.
have no idea.
Okay, let's try that.
We're running out of time. Lock something.
All right, we'll go with that.
All right, everyone has locked in. Greg and Lucy, you guys think it's Gere and Roberts. Heather and Nicole, you guys also said Gere and Roberts. However, Lance and Brian went with Hanks and
Yeah,
Ryan.
they're chattering a
Sounds
little.
very close to your guys' names. Maybe you guys have good on-screen chemistry. Well, it looks like it because the correct answer is Hanks.
I should have gone with my gut
And,
instinct.
wow, Lance and Brian are
It was a
each having
gerbil.
hernia, and they've got
Oh,
$1,200
Gere and the
putting them
gerbil.
in the lead. Don't worry, Heather and Nicole, you guys are tied with Greg and Lucy with $700 each. Here's your final question of the first round. Statistically speaking, there's a 13 times greater chance of being killed by lightning than being killed by which of these? Snake bite, drug overdose,
I'm gonna say
dog
snake bite,
or bee
'cause
sting.
it's hard to come
And
by
begin.
snakes.
Snake bite, maybe? Because it's a little more. Okay.
A greater
Dog
chance.
bite, I would say.
I would say that too.
Okay, lock
All
it.
right.
Want to go by dog bite?
Actually, yeah, bee sting or
Quickly, you gotta
Okay,
go fast.
let's go bee sting.
Okay.
All right, everyone has locked in. Greg and Lucy, you guys thought it might be a dog bite. Heather and Nicole, you guys thought it might be a bee sting. And Lance and Brian feeling very confident with snake bite. And that is the correct answer, snake bite. All right, Lance and Brian, you guys are going into the next round because you have $1,700. Greg and Lucy are tied with Heather and Nicole. They've got $700 in each of their trust funds, and according to the Friend or Foe bylaws, whoever took the least amount of time answering the questions moves on to the next round. Heather and Nicole, you guys took the least amount of time, so you are moving into round 2. Congratulations. $700. However, Greg and Lucy, that last question didn't work out for you guys, but there is another question.
My niece found out the
Are you
hard
gonna
way she's
split the
allergic
money
to
as
wasp
friends
stings.
Or fight over it as foes? Well, you have to
That
decide
sucks.
as you take a walk to the trust box.
So here's the meat of the show.
Greg, Lucy, welcome to the trust box. Inside this trust box, you each have a button which you'll use to indicate friend or foe. This decision will determine how your trust fund is divided. If you both choose friend, you'll split your earnings, each getting $350. Nice. But if one of you chooses friend and the other breaks trust by choosing foe, foe gets the entire $700, friend gets nothing. Now, if each selects foe, you both leave here empty-handed, no one gets any money. And remember, Lucy,
simple, succinct explanation.
Lost a home, so he didn't really care about losing you. No offense. And Lucy, our little legal secretary, she hawked her friend's ring. She has no problem taking off with your cash. But I'm going to give each of you a moment to state your case. Why should your teammate trust you, Greg? Go first.
Well, first of all, that was only 1 out of 7 houses, and I still have the rest of it.
All of them?
Yes.
Wow. Impressive. Jeez, you sound like a greedy guy, Greg. Lucy, what do you have to say?
Well, I was really young and stupid, and that was then. This is now. I'm glad that
They
we're
didn't choose
here.
each other
We
so
did
I
the
can
best
see
we
foe.
Oh, you're definitely
Yeah.
going to vote friend. All right, the time for talk is over. Please, each of you
I
slip
don't know,
a
but she
hand
keeps an
inside the trust
EpiPen on her
box.
now.
It's time to choose.
She and her sister work at a friend's gourmet lemonade stand in the summertime, so that's where she was sung, oh yeah. Working outside, there's always a
friend
risk of that.
or foe.
The thing is, obviously picking foe, you're also risking losing all the money. Picking either, you're risking losing all the money.
Time's up. Your decision is locked. Please take your hands out and place them on the table. Now, Lucy, you said you were going to go friend, right?
Yes.
And you trust her?
Yeah.
You trust her? Well, hopefully you can. Greg, $700 on the line. Let's see who's a friend and who's a foe. Lucy, you won foe. Greg, you win friend. Lucy, you get all...
Backstabbing someone for $350.
So trustworthy now. Let me have your cash. All right, I'm sorry, Greg. Very sorry. Yeah, he does. See, you have 7 houses. What are you worried about? All right, 2 teams remain, and will the remaining teammates work together like a smart ensemble, or will they fall apart like a cheap suit? Find out when we return to friend or foe. Welcome back to round 2 of Friend or Foe. Heather and Nicole are trailing. They've got $700. Lance and Brian have $1,700. Only $1,000 separates them. And in round 2, anything could happen because we double the value of each question to $1,000. You guys ready to play? Yes. All right, here's your first question of round 2. Who was Marilyn Monroe's last husband?
Ooh.
Joe DiMaggio, Tony Curtis, Arthur Miller, or Cary Grant?
I'm going to guess Arthur Miller.
Okay, let's go with that.
Arthur Miller, maybe?
Arthur Miller?
Tony, I don't know. We got to pick one, though.
Let's do Arthur Miller.
Okay, Arthur Miller.
All right, both teams have locked in. Heather, Nicole, you guys thought it might be playwright Arthur Miller. Lance and Brian, you also went with good old Art. And the correct answer is
Kennedy
Arthur
seems
Miller.
like she's got somewhere to be after this.
Marilyn was
I'm
married
not
to
sure she
James
did.
Gordy, then Joe DiMaggio, then Arthur Miller, and now she's married to Elvis in the sky. All right, here's your next question. If you wanted to keep the measurement equal, which of these would work best as an alternate title for HBO's original series 6 Feet Under? 66 inches below,
2 yards down,
a quarter mile beneath, or 6 centimeters south? And begin.
2 yards, dude.
2 yards down.
2 yards?
Yeah,
So bad at
2
math.
yards.
Okay.
That was a quick one. Both teams have locked in. Heather and Nicole, you guys thought it might be 2 yards down. Lance and Brian, you concur 2 yards down. And the correct answer is 2 yards down. Here's your next question. Question number 3. Which of these is an International Delight coffee creamer? Southern Butter Pecan, Toffee Kahlua,
chocolate hazelnut.
Chocolate hazelnut, or Original Vanilla Swirl? And begin.
Chocolate hazelnut?
Yeah, that's the one I've heard of. Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate hazelnut.
Let's do it.
Kahlua, that sounds good. I'll go with that one.
All right, both of our teams have locked
That's
in.
a cross-promotional
Nicole,
brand.
you guys thought it might be chocolate hazelnut. Sounds tasty. Lance and Brian, you guys thought it might be toffee Kahlua. I think that's wishful thinking because the correct answer is Southern Butter Pecan. Nobody scores on that one. However, going into the last question, it's still a horse race. Lance and Brian are in the lead with 3,700. Heather and Nicole, you guys can catch up. Remember, these questions are worth $1,000. You guys have $2,700. Here's your fourth and final question. It is possible to see both the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean from the top of a volcanic peak in which of these countries? Costa Rica?
Not United
Cuba,
States.
The United States, or Angola?
Wait.
And begin.
Costa Rica, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Costa Rica. I think you're right.
Want to go with Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's see how well you guys know your geography. Both teams have locked in. Heather and Nicole, you guys thought it might be Costa Rica. Lance and Brian, you guys also say it's Costa Rica. If you're right, you're going into the final round.
Oh,
And
Mandy
the correct
knew
answer is
Southern Butter
Costa
Pecan.
Rica. I just love their manly enthusiasm. God, it's very Super Bowl. All right, so nice work. You guys are going into the finals. Good job. And you know what, Heather and Nicole, $3,700, nothing to sneeze at. You got that last question right. It wasn't quite enough, but you guys do have another question between the two of you. How are you going to split up the money as friend or foe? You have to decide because, ladies, you're coming on down to the trust box. Welcome to the trust box, ladies. Nicole, Heather, here we are. Your trust fund is worth $3,700. Let's review for a moment. Now, Heather here, lovely talent scout, works at a talent agency, usually gets 10%. But today, Nicole, she could be taking 100%. And Nicole?
Galfiston thinks both are going to go full.
Our viewer's going to be fast-forwarding to the good part where she takes all the cash. All right, I'm going to give each of you a
I
moment
swore
to
the
speak
girl
your
on the
minds.
right, woman on the right, said she ran a baby talent agency.
I picked you because I thought you looked like a really nice person, trustworthy, and I think we worked really well together. Answered a lot of questions together.
I think they got a decent amount of money.
My parents do know now what I do because I didn't want to be a liar, and if I would have been choosing, you would have been my first choice.
Very believable, isn't it? Which one of you looks sweeter? It's so hard to tell. You look pretty sweet. You think you're going to go friend? Maybe. All right, you
She
both
did,
have
okay.
to say, I'm going to step back. Please slip your hand inside the trust box.
Or if she represented
because
Bart Harley
it's time to choose
Jarvis.
friend or foe. All right, time's up. Your decision is locked. Please take your hands out of the trust box. You do look like a very wholesome, nice person that, you know, if you say you're going to go friend, I believe you. And Nicole, you know, it's like you're going to be honest with your parents.
Tiger
now.
Cat
You just
thinks
said
on the
it.
left is going to go foe.
$3,700 is on the line, and money makes people do strange things. Let's see how you guys have voted. We're about to find out who's a friend and who's a foe.
Oh,
You went foe, you went
opposite.
friend. Nicole, you trusted her. $3,700. $3,700. Nicole, look, I told you she's going to take all the money. And you said, yeah, I don't want that to happen, but you still went friend. All right, when we return, money and alliances will be on the line as our two remaining players go for the big money and then go mano a mano to determine if they're friend or foe. We'll be right back. We are back with our final round of friend or foe, and Lance is shaking his imaginary maracas while Brian is nauseated. No, of course not. They've amassed a trust fund worth $4,700, which is a very impressive amount of shekels. However, gentlemen, we will give you the
there's
chance
the-
to earn thousands more. if you
there's
can
the Fox
correctly
News
answer
brain
10
shining
questions.
through.
Each question is worth $500. If you get all 10 questions right, we will double the amount of money in your trust fund for a grand total of $19,400. However, if you do get an answer wrong, we'll give you a strike. 3 strikes, and the round is over. So keep that in mind. 60 seconds, 10 questions. Let's take a deep breath, because it's time to play right or wrong. Here's your first question. Microsoft or Apple? The slogan, think different.
Microsoft.
Apple.
Microsoft.
Wrong. Little Caesars or Domino's? The slogan Pizza Pizza.
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars.
Right. Father's Day or Mother's Day in June?
Mother's Day. Mother's Day.
Right.
Oh.
Lincoln Logs or Tinker Toys? Sticks and spools.
Tinker Toys.
Right. Supreme Court Justice or East Street Band member? Clarence Clemens.
East Street Band.
East Street Band.
Right. Red or white? Blood cells that carry oxygen.
Red.
Red.
Right. Colorado or Florida has 2 time zones.
Colorado.
Florida.
Wrong. Ivy League or Seven Sisters? Wellesley College.
Seven Sisters.
Right. Meteorite or meteoroid? Still in space.
Meteoroid.
Meteoroid.
Right. Crocodile or alligator? Izod Lacoste emblem.
Alligator.
Crocodile.
Right.
Interior crocodile
Congratulations,
alligator.
you guys, the round is over, and you correctly answered 8 questions, giving you an additional $4,000 in cash fund for a total of $8,700.
Sweet.
Lance, I want you to give Brian the biggest bear hug
Interesting.
you can right now.
Goo Goo Dolls has a
Because
song
you
about
guys can
Kennedy.
Split the money as friends, or you can fight over it as foes. You guys have to take the final walk to Dress Box. All right, the moment has arrived. It's our final test of trust between the gambler and the cowboy. And you guys know your options, so let's discuss this a little bit. Now, Lance, he's a wild cowboy, but is he going to ride off into the sunset with all that money? It's a lot of money on the line, Brian. And Brian, he's a gambler. Knows when to hold 'em, knows when to fold 'em. But if he votes foe, he could know the time to run with your cash. Lance, you guys wouldn't have gotten here if you hadn't worked so hard together. You were a brilliant team. All right, I'm going to give you guys each some sacred time to make your case to your teammates. Lance, you go ahead and go first.
Good karma, man. We both picked each other, and I won. This is way more money than I thought, so I'm happy, very happy with half.
All right, Brian.
Like you said, we worked well together. If it wasn't for you, we probably wouldn't be here. Same, it goes the other way. I agree with you.
All right, well, let's see. The moment of truth is at hand. Please slip a hand
Alcondra
inside the trust
Pasa
box.
guesses Brian goes
It's time
foe.
to choose friend or foe.
Double foe again. Tiger Cat says
All right,
no way
you
either of
guys,
them go friend.
Time's up. Your decision has been locked. Please place your hands on the table. Lance, does Brian really look that trustworthy?
I hope so.
Right. And what do you think, Lance? Is he as much of a sunshine boy as he appears to be?
I hope he is.
All right. Well, $8,700 is up for grabs. Let's find out if you're a friend or a foe. Brian, you went friend. Lance, you also went friend.
Hey!
You get to hug again and high five.
Happy end.
Oh, this is great. $4,350.
Hashtag me too.
Doctor's office. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next time on the game where knowledge can make you money and money can make you a friend or a foe.
All right, so that was friend or foe. Before we move on to the last show, I do just want to show this clip from a different episode. This is maybe the best reaction to the friend or foe reveal ever.
$3,200 is up for grabs. All right, you a team player, Julian?
Yes.
You believe him?
I hope so.
Well, let's see. Let's find out if you're a friend or a foe. Jeff, you went friend. So either you are taking home that $1,600, or your friend Julian here is taking everything. Julian, let's find out if you're a friend or a foe. You went foe. $3,200. Liar wallet. We actually have to beat that because we can't say that on TV. Are you disappointed, Jeff?
Yeah, man. You know? Dude, I trusted you.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna keep saying until I cry.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the game where knowledge can make you money, money can make you a friend or foe.
Oh, fantastic. And he keeps going. All right, so last show of the night is 21. So I kind of foreshadowed this at the beginning, showing the 50s version. Obviously, 21 was found to be rigged and was taken off the air promptly. And then years later, Fender, years later, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire becomes a big hit for ABC, and NBC says, "Oh, we have this big money quiz show that we got the rights to when we fired Jack Barry. So let's just redo that." Doesn't play exactly the same as the original show. They modernized it a little, and weirdly, they hired Maury Povich, the husband of Connie Chung, and finder out of who the father is, as host. But I think it's a pretty decent little show. This is. Oh, Maury Povich is also the son of legendary Washington Post sports writer Shirley Povich, who is actually a man. Shirley was a boy's name in New England for a while. Huh. Very interesting, Tiger Cat. You bring a lot of good stuff to the stream. So the big hook that 21 had over Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is that as long as you kept beating opponents, you could keep winning. And unusually, this episode I picked is the one that was teased on my ad on the dumpster, where the returning champion has already crossed the $1 million mark. And I believe the next game, if he wins, gets $750,000. I can only see the Bobby Lee version of Connie Chung. So here we go. This is 21 from NBC in 2000. Oh, I've got the wrong. There we go.
Last time on 21.
You've just won $100,000. You've just won $250,000. You're a millionaire.
From NBC Studios in Los Angeles, it's 21 with your host, Maury Povich.
Returning champion David Legler has won 5 games in a row, winning a total of $1,015,000. He will play his next game for $750,000. If he wins, he'll become the richest man in television game show history.
Wait, this is still too close. Hold on. What am I doing wrong here? I've got these... Is my number pad on? Okay, there we go.
So let's see what happens tonight on 21.
Oh yeah, Maury Povich was on Current Affair too.
Now, David has already won a total of $1,015,000, and before we get to a new game, he's going to try for a possible $210,000 in our Perfect 21 bonus round. But before we get to that, I want everybody, the millions of people around the country, to know how much fate played a role in this. First of all, you tried out for 21, and what did your father tell you?
Well, both my father and my sister thought I was wasting my time to go to the tryout.
They said, you're wasting your time, why are you even going?
Right.
And then, when you picked your father as your second chance, who, by the way, has helped him in every single game. I mean, his father could be in the booth. Now, let me tell you what happened. A few days before you come here to play, your father gets into an automobile accident. And what happens?
He was in a real serious accident. The car is absolutely totaled, and he's lucky to be alive, but he practically walked away from the accident. And the other person wasn't hurt either.
And he just walked away to be able to show up here as your second chance.
Right.
Now, with all of that, David, have you figured out what you're going to give your father?
Well, we've talked a little bit about that, and I'm going to be replacing that car here real soon.
I guess you will. And that may be for just starters. Now, let's get to the Perfect 21 bonus round. Are you ready for this? You know how to play it? We have
Y'all ready for this?
Each question has a point value. First question is worth 1 point, second 2 points, third 3 points, and so on. Each point's worth $10,000. You can stop at any time. If you continue and miss one question, you lose all the money this particular Perfect 21 round. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Here's the first category. Here's the category for Perfect 21. The military.
Rigged.
You want to stop now?
It'll be embarrassing if I miss one. But,
okay. All right. Submariner. This is a submariner for 11 years. The military for 1 point and $10,000. Be all you can be is the official slogan
false.
of the U.S.
The
Marine
Army.
Corps. True or false?
That would be false.
That is false. It's the United States Army. For 2 points and $20,000. You want to continue?
Let's continue.
All students at West Point must agree to serve in the U.S. Army after graduation. True. Or false?
That is true.
That is true. You have $30,000. You want to continue?
Let's go.
For 3 points and $60,000. An M60 is a kind of tank. True or false?
False.
That is false.
It is true.
Oh!
An M60 is a kind
I thought it was a
of
gun.
tank. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you're in the Navy. You're not supposed to know that.
That's true. I was thinking of the rifle.
Okay. Now, this game for you is going to be worth $750,000. Can you imagine that?
I'm starting to.
You will be the richest person in television game show history. So, John, who has a chance to play against our champion?
Our new challenger will be randomly selected from these 6 people. First, Dana Klein, a director of the American Red Cross from Waltham, Massachusetts. Nigel Williams, a creative director from Bel Air, California. Shay Hall Davis.
This is weird. I feel like there should have been some kind of qualifying game instead of a random pick.
Construction worker from Minneapolis.
Craig Piano.
Maria Redkowski, a customer service representative
Craig
from
Piano.
Ashtabula, Ohio. Or Benjamin Tridle, an actor from Beverly Hills, California.
Craig Piano. Craig
And
Piano.
David,
Craig Piano.
Our next challenger is
Aww.
Davis.
Hi, Shay. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome, Shay.
Thank you.
You know all about this gentleman here?
And I'm just glad it's Navy because we have Air Force and Army in Fayetteville, so.
Oh, okay. You live in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Now, everyone look at Shay over here. Now, what do you think Shay has in common with somebody named Michael Jordan? Tell everybody you're connected
Killer
with
dunk.
Michael Jordan.
I beat him at pool.
You went to North Carolina together and you beat him in pool?
The year after he won the national championship when he was in college.
Does he admit this?
I'm sure he has no recollection of the event.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You and everybody close to you will have recollection of this event.
It's
Why don't you
driven
shake
him
hands
since that
with
day.
David, our champion, go to your respective soundproof booths, and let's play 21. Now, Faye is our challenger. She is going to play for $25,000. That's what challengers play for. If she wins, then she would play for $50,000, then $100,000 in the third game, $250,000 in the fourth game, $500,000, and then $750,000. And finally, they would play one game worth $1 million. This way, if a returning champion triumphs through just 7 games, that champion would win a grand total of over $2.6 million and keep on going. David Legler knows this all too well.
Originally, the payout structure was $100,000, then $200,000, then $300,000, then $400,000, looping back around to $100,000. I think they realized, oh shit, we've made a show where we have to give out $100,000 every game. So they changed it up a little.
The object of 21 is to answer a series of questions. Try to score 21 points as fast as you can. I'm going to give you one category. Each category contains 11 multiple choice questions. Point values range from 1, the easiest, to 11, the hardest. The easier questions have 3 multiple choices. The harder questions have 4 or 5 choices. You'll choose the point value based on how well you think you know the category. You get a question right, we'll add those points to your score. You get it wrong, you'll have a strike. 3 strikes, and you're out of the game. Each of you will have one opportunity during the game to ask for a second chance. If you need help on a question, we'll talk more about that later. Each player wears headphones. Neither of them can hear anything going on with their opponent. And in addition, we will play sounds of laughter and applause through their headsets after every question, so there's no way of knowing whether or not an opponent answered a question correctly. Let's play.
That's interesting.
21. We'll start with Shay. Shay, you
So
ready?
I watched the first episode just to reacquaint myself with this, and they mentioned that like they couldn't see the audience because of the way the lights were positioned, but they didn't say anything about they can't. They can't hear how the audience reacted to their opponent.
For this, here is your category: headlines. How many points do you want to play for?
I'll play for 9.
A 9-point headline question. U.S. professional women in what sport recently went on strike to receive equal pay with men?
I want to say it was soccer,
A,
but that might have been more
basketball,
recent.
B, ice skating, C, soccer, D, golf.
I honestly have no idea. So this is going to be a
Tiger
guess.
Cat says golf. That's probably it, yeah.
I'm going to say basketball.
Basketball, A?
Yes.
No, it was C, soccer. You
Oh,
have one
I was
strike.
right.
You have one strike, and this is just the first round. David, our first category, headlines. How many points do you want to play for?
Maury, let's go for a 9-point
A
question.
9-point question. U.S. professional women in what sport recently went on strike to receive equal pay with men?
So yeah, see, because he picked the because he picked the same point value, he gets the same question.
A, basketball. B, ice skating. C, soccer. D, golf.
I have a good idea about this, but let's bring my dad in.
You're bringing him out for the first question?
No hesitation.
Here comes Dad.
Remember, this is the dad he went all the way with.
I think America has found a new hero. Now, this is very serious stuff, Dad. It's $750,000 at stake here for your son.
Well, Maury, I'm due to miss one, but this isn't going to be it. It's soccer, see.
That was my
almost positive.
My inclination also.
I assume he was also in isolation, because otherwise he heard the answer to
why isn't Dad
to the question.
in the booth? He answers so quickly.
Because I told him it was a waste of time.
We'll go with C. My answer is C.
Your answer is C, soccer. You have 9 points.
Thanks, Dad.
Shay, it's the second round. You have one strike against you. Here's your second round category, cheers. How many points do you want to play for? Cheers.
I'm going to say 10.
A 10-point cheers question. Here it is. What was the final line of dialogue spoken on the last episode?
I think it was
of
"We're
Cheers?
closed."
A, sorry,
Yeah,
we're
A.
closed. B, you guys are like family. C, last call. D, none of the above.
I believe it was A. Sorry, we're closed.
For 10 points, you're correct, and you have 10 points.
For some reason, only on 10-point questions, one of the answers is always none of the above.
David, your category is cheers. How many points do you want to play for?
I'm a pretty big fan of cheers. Let's go for 10.
A 10-point question. What was the final line of dialogue spoken on the last episode of Cheers?
It's so weird that they
A,
keep going for the
sorry,
same
we're
amount.
closed. B, you guys are like family. C, last call. D, none of the above.
Maury, the answer is A.
A, sorry, we're closed?
Yes.
And you're correct, and you have 19 points. Now, please, neither of you talk. Both of your studios are open. In a moment, I'm going to give each of you a chance to stop the game because it's the end of the second round. If either of you chooses to stop, the game will be over. The player with the higher score will win. I warn you, only stop if you think you're in the lead. I'm going to close both of your studios. Give you a chance to think about it. And our audience, you know what will happen.
Last line was something,
This man
something, Hope Diamond.
will be the champion of all time in game shows. I'm going to open up the booths. Do either of you wish to stop the game?
Maury, I'd like to stop the game.
David, you're the new king!
Of Earth.
I'm so sorry, Shay. Yes, you did. Oh, you've been a great sport. No one goes away empty-handed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you were here. Thank you so much. Congratulations. You have won $1,765,000 more than anybody in the history of game shows. And we'll be right back, because he is inching his way, could possibly be over $2 million on the bonus round when we come back right after this.
Look who's winning on GSN.
All right, skipping 2000 GSN ads.
Go to gsn.com.
Or see Sears.com. Sears Blue Appliance Crew. Appliance is our middle name. No, really, it is.
Yeah, she barely got to play. Just 2 questions and you're done.
We're back with the biggest champion in the history of television game shows, David Legler. Lieutenant David Legler is about to play Perfect 21, and then he will play his next game for $1 million. You ready?
Let's go.
6 true-false questions. Each have a point value.
He's already guaranteed the 1.7 million, but the next game is worth another $1 million.
$10,000 a point. Stop at any time. If you continue to go on, you miss one, you lose everything in Perfect 21. French cuisine. That's the category. For 1 point and $10,000. Escargot is the French word for snail. True or false?
True.
That is true. You have $10,000. You want to continue?
Yes.
$20,000, making it $30,000. A baguette is
True.
a long, narrow loaf of French bread. True or false?
True.
That is true. You have $30,000. Want to continue?
Let's go.
I don't know if you would do this if you were back at $50,000.
I might think twice.
For 3 points, $30,000, making it $60,000. The first champagne was created by a French monk named Dom Benedictine.
Ooh,
True or
false.
That's false.
It is false. It was Dom Perignon.
Ah.
You have $60,000. You're going? For 4 points and $40,000, making it $100,000. Bouillabaisse is a French cheese sauce often poured over choice cuts of meat. True or false?
False.
That is false.
Yeah, it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with true or false questions, and you can't walk away after you've seen the question.
$165,000. What are you going to do about the 100? You're going for 5 points, $50,000, making it $150,000. The cooking term to French means to cut lengthwise into thin strips. True or false?
Could you repeat that question?
The cooking term to French means to cut lengthwise into thin strips. True or false?
I'm not familiar with this term. I think it's false.
It's true. He's very fortunate that this is just the Perfect 21 round, because this guy has won 6 straight games of 21 and hasn't done too well on these. But you want me to make you nervous?
Sure.
It's $1 million, your next game. You're playing for $1 million. John, who has a chance to be
All right,
David's
let's see if Craig Piano is still in the mix.
The next challenger will be randomly selected from these 5 remaining people.
Okay, good.
First, Dana Klein from Waltham, Massachusetts. Nigel Williams from Bel Air, California. Craig Piano from Mineola, New York. Maria Retkovsky from Ashtabula, Ohio. Or Benjamin Treidel from Beverly Hills, California. And David, your next challenger is Dana Klein.
Dana, nice to see you.
What about Nathaniel Guitar?
Hi, thank you.
I don't know if you like these
That's the Bulls
circumstances.
near Cleveland.
I think they're pretty terrific.
But I'll tell you what, Dana has been here as a possible contestant. You have waded through 6 of his challenges.
That's right.
And you're still here.
I'm still here.
They're gone. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You want to shake hands with our champion?
Definitely. Congratulations.
Go to your respective soundproof studios and let's play 21. Remember, the object of the game is to get to 21 as fast as you can. We're going to start with our new challenger. Dana is our challenger. We start with you. You're playing for $25,000, Dana.
Okay.
Here's your first round category, the 90s.
The 90s.
How many points do you want to play
11.
for?
Let's play for an 8-point question, Maury.
An 8-point question. Which one of these events happened in the 1990s? A, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
No.
B, Chernobyl nuclear explosion.
I'm from Chernobyl.
C, Nelson Mandela freed. D, the Exxon Valdez oil spill.
I want to say it was the Valdez, but it's either D or C.
Let's go for D, the Exxon Valdez spill.
The Exxon Valdez oil spill? No, I'm sorry. Nelson Mandela was freed in 1990.
Okay.
Okay, that's one strike. Still the first round.
So on the original 21, a wrong answer meant you lost that the amount of points that you picked, but you couldn't go below 0.
David.
That's the big difference here.
You've won $1,765,000.
Also, the payout was whoever won got a certain amount of money per point difference, like on PDQ.
You're playing this for $1 million. The first round category is the 90s. How many points do you want to play for?
Well, I missed good portions in the 90s being at C, but let's go for 9 points.
A 9-point question.
9 for the 90s.
In an effort to enforce the Dayton peace agreements, where did the U.S. send troops in 1995? A, Bosnia.
Bosnia.
B, Somalia. C, Iraq. D, Panama.
I'm pretty sure it's Bosnia. I remember reading about this in like a Time magazine
I have a
for
pretty
kids.
good idea about this. Let's go with what works, though. Let's bring my dad out.
So I don't think they've mentioned this, but the deal with the second chance is if you use the second chance and get it wrong, you get 2 strikes. So there's actually a risk to using your lifeline.
You heard the cheer. Daddy,
We're getting
Daddy.
Bosnian
That's
friends
what they're
around.
cheering at.
I'd like you to repeat this one, please.
For 9 points, in an effort to enforce the Dayton peace agreements, where did the U.S. send troops in 1995? A, Bosnia. B, Somalia. C, Iraq. D, Panama.
Well, it's a total guess. But enforce the agreements, I'd have to say it was Iraq, but that's a total guess.
No. I think you can only use it once per game.
Down uprisings.
I'm going to go with C.
No.
C, Iraq?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. The answer is A, Bosnia.
Sorry.
No,
yeah,
don't
Iraq
worry.
was
Don't
earlier.
you be sorry,
and
Dad.
later.
You got him where he is today. David, I just want to remind you.
These people are so lucky they don't know we're going to Iraq again.
Start out your helping hand, your dad. You know you're lost, so that's 2 strikes against you. You
understand.
know that. Okay. Dana, you have 1 strike against you. You don't have any points. Here is your next category. Movie action heroes. How many
11
points
again.
do you want to play for?
I'm going to go conservative this time and go for a 7-point question,
A 7-point
please.
question. Here it is. After several broken bones and dislocations, what high-voltage action star continues to do his own
It
martial
is Jackie
arts
Chan.
stunts? A, Brandon Lee.
Nope.
B, Jackie Chan. C, Sammo Hung. D, Jason Scott Lee.
Good question. I'm going to go for B, Jackie Chan.
And you're correct, and you have 7 points.
Thank you.
David, you know the consequences.
Yes.
You're playing for $1 million, but you have 2 strikes. 1 more strike, and your opponent will win everything. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here's your second round category, movie action heroes. How many points do you want to play for?
Let's go for 8.
An 8-point question. In what 1991 film did Arnold Schwarzenegger
Terminator 2.
utter the words, hasta la vista,
Yeah, he has
baby"?
1.7 in the bag.
A, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. B,
Sammo Hung does
Eraser.
his own stunts,
C,
but he isn't
Last
that
Action
risky
Hero.
like Jackie.
D, Total Recall.
Recall.
The answer's A.
Yes.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day. You're correct, and you have 8 points.
That's the other big difference between this and the original 21. Obviously, original 21 was rigged, but they had the hook was you were risking your money every time you took on a new opponent. If they won, their winnings came out of your winnings.
Now this is the end of round 2, which means our contestants have a chance to stop the game. I'm going to close your booths right now, recap the scores with our audience, You know what
I don't
would
think
happen
either
if
one's going to
either
stop.
Stops the game?
They're both at single-digit scores.
We're going to open your booths. Does anyone want to stop the game? We'll continue. Dana?
Yep.
You have 7 points.
Okay.
You have 1 strike against you.
Okay.
You're playing for $25,000, and the category is the human body.
Human body.
How many points do you want to play for?
I'm just gonna go for it. Give me a 10-point question.
A 10-point
Yeah,
question.
let's try it.
Which one of these is not a muscle?
Okay.
A, trapezius.
That's a muscle.
B, latissimus. C, metacarpal.
Metacarpal's a bone, I
D,
think.
none of the above.
My biology teacher from high school is gonna hate me because I have no idea. I'm gonna take out my second chance.
You're going to
Let's
take
do
your
it.
second chance?
Yeah, let's try it.
And your second chance is a friend of
With
yours?
my friend Jeff Duretti.
Okay, Jeff is here. Jeff, you know much about the human body?
Yes.
Oh!
Come on,
You know
the answer to this question?
I'm pretty sure, Dana. It's metacarpal.
Metacarpal C?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I'm going with my friend. Let's do it. C, metacarpal.
Good, you trusted him. You're correct. You have 10 points.
Another trust issue.
Added on to your 7, you have 17 points.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Everybody now knows what's happening here. $1 million is at stake. David, if you get this answer correct, we'll add those points to your score. But if you get it wrong, it will be your 3rd strike, and Dana will be our new champion. Category is the human body. How many points do you want to play for, champ?
7.
7 points. Here is your 7-point question.
Yeah, again, he doesn't know how
Hemoglobin
she's doing.
Is the substance that gives blood its red color and is made up primarily of what element?
Iron.
A, copper. B, iron. C, chromium. D, zinc.
This is something of a guess, an educated guess. I'm going to guess A.
A, copper?
Yes.
I'm sorry, David.
Singing because
The
you
answer
taste
is
pennies
B,
when
iron.
when there's blood in your mouth.
Dana, you're our new champion. Wow. Wow. Congratulations. Nobody ever has done what you just did. You have to be very proud of yourself. You have to be proud of your father.
Copper is Vulcan blood.
You can stay right here, Dana.
That's what makes it green.
You've got lots of
It's like the Statue of
counting to do.
Liberty.
All right? And I hope, come on, why don't you come on right down here? And I hope Dad comes out. Can we bring Dad out?
Oh, so
Because
this
I
was
think
another
we
thing
deserve
with this show. Whenever a champion retired, they gave them their money physically.
Congratulations. Come on over here. I mean, we don't have a bag big enough. But you've got $1,765,000 here. You should be proud of
You really should have thought out the bag thing when you decided to have champions potentially be infinite.
Good word for it.
1.7 million,
And
too.
you
That's
look, I hate
almost
to
at
say
another
this,
million.
relieved. A little. Okay. I know you would like to have won that other million.
It's basically a
But be
million
proud of what
plus
you've
the
done.
tax
They've
money
been
for the
terrific,
million.
haven't they?
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Or a million
Our
plus
new
the tax
champion
money for the
will play Perfect
1.7.
21 right after this.
Cash for gold.
is called Osteosarcoma, and it's
Sorry.
See Learning
Sorry,
Groove in
dying
store or
child.
online at leapfrog.com.
20 armed guys waiting outside to
Were you
rob them.
confident that you could beat him?
No.
We were spending so. I apologize. You were spending
And by the
so
way,
much-
if he had won that game, he would have looped back around, and the next game would have been worth 25,000. So it's kind of anticlimactic in a weird way. But he could have kept building up to the bigger amounts too.
much time with him, and the fact that he was playing for so much money.
It was very exciting.
I wasn't able to tell everybody that Dana runs the American Red Cross in Boston, Massachusetts. How about that? Isn't that great work?
Yeah.
That's terrific.
I'm excited.
You ready for Perfect 21?
Ready, let's do it.
You've won $25,000 on the game.
Ah, okay.
And I'll explain it to you since this is the first time you've done it.
Okay.
True, false questions, 6 of them.
Yep.
Each question has a point value. First question's worth 1 point, second 2 points, 3 points, and so on. You add it up 1 to 6, it comes to 21. Each point is worth $10,000.
So this is also kind of busted because at a certain point you're risking more money than you would gain.
Stop at any time. You go on. This one question, you lose everything in Perfect 21. Nobody's taking the $25,000 from
Okay.
you. Vice presidents is your category.
Okay.
For 1 point and $10,000, Dan Quayle was the U.S. vice president under Ronald Reagan. True or false?
Oh, that's false.
That is false. It was George Bush. You have $10,000.
Okay.
You want to continue?
Yeah, let's try again.
For 2 points and $20,000 more. Abraham Lincoln served as vice president before his presidential term. True or false?
I think that's false.
That is false. You have $30,000. You want to continue?
No, I'm staying.
That's it?
That's it.
You won $30,000.
So let me just work this out looking at the chart.
That is false. You have $30,000.
So you would be risking 30 to get 30 more. Okay. Then you'd be risking 60 to get 40 more. That's no good. Then you'd be risking 100 to get 50 more. Then 150 to get 60 more. Basic stuff.
No, I'm staying.
Basic stuff in game show math design.
$30,000 to go with the $25,000.
Yeah, more than doubled your money.
$55,000. And who knows, you could win 6 games in a row, like David Legler, and win $1,765,000. John,
don't hit your mic.
Who has a chance to be?
Come on, Craig
Dana's
Piano.
next challenger?
Moy, the next challenger will be one of these 4 remaining people. Again, it could be Nigel Williams, a creative director, Craig Piano, a construction worker, Maria Redkowski, a customer service representative, or Benjamin Treidel, an actor. The next contestant is Nigel Williams.
All right.
Nigel, how are you?
I'm great. Wow.
Wow. You didn't think you'd be here?
Oh, man, no, I didn't. Not at all.
Well, you looked at
Oh, of course he's British.
I think it's just for Americans, isn't it, the show? Or you can have...
Oh, no,
With a name like
we allow
Nigel.
you here.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So the accent is what, English?
I'm from England, yes.
Okay, let me just check something. You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay. You know our champion here? You know who she just
The
toppled?
famously blind English.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Why don't you both go to your respective booths, and we're going to play 21 right after we come back from these messages.
Want to make the weekend last a little longer? Watch Sunday Night Poker on GSN.
Yes, but...
World-class leapster, and
Oh,
you're
TV
thinking he's
poker.
done, ready for college. But you'd be wrong, because he's now ready to graduate to the new Leapfrog Dig. Faster-paced games, customized demo at leapfrog.com.
The English can't see movement.
Welcome back to NBC's 21. We're back with our champion, Dana, who has won $55,000 and is about to play another game with a brand new challenger. Remember, the object of the game is to get to 21 as fast as you can. We're going to start with our new challenger, Nigel.
The other quirk of this show, when I was watching the first episode, and I remember this from when it first aired, is you multiple times described getting to 21 as fast as possible as like a horse race. Because there's certainly no other game where getting to 21 is the object that you could reference.
And here's our first round category, Nigel. TV hits. How many points do you want to play for?
TV hits, I'll go for 10.
Which of these Cheers actors guest starred as a Starfleet captain on Star Trek The Next Generation?
They clean those headphones.
Was it A, Kirstie Alley?
That wasn't as much of an issue back
Kelsey
then.
Grammer?
I think it was Kelsey
Ted
Grammer.
Danson? D,
Kirstie Alley was in Wrath of Khan, but I think I remember seeing Kelsey Grammer on Star Trek.
The above.
I'm going to say A, Kirstie Alley.
A, Kirstie Alley? I'm sorry, it was B, Kelsey Grammer. But still the first round, you have 1 strike against you. Dana.
Yep.
You're playing this game for $50,000.
I know. Let's go.
Okay. Your first round category.
Okay.
You're blushing already.
I know.
TV hits.
Oh God, TV hits. I've watched a lot of TV in my life, but I'm gonna try and stay cool, so I'm gonna go with an 8-point question.
An 8-point question.
Yeah.
Here it is. What character on NYPD Blue became a widow when Bobby Simone died in 1998? A. Diane Russell. B. Jill Kirkendall. C.
Don't know.
Abby Sullivan.
NYPD Blue.
D. Sylvia Costas.
Bobby Simone died. Gosh. I know who plays her on the show, but
What does a 1-point question look like?
I'm gonna go for an early assistant and call that my wingman. Jeff.
The one thing I do know is that the lower, it's like 1 to 5 is 3 choices. 6 to 10 is 4 choices, and a 10, one of the choices is always none of the above. And an 11-point question is 5 choices, and you have to give 2 answers.
Ready?
Jeff, back
Yeah.
with Jeff.
Jeff watches TV.
Well, he was pretty good the first time around.
Pretty good. Let's try him again.
The fire truck
Here
is what
comes
color?
Jeff.
Hello.
I don't know. I'll talk you through it. I'll talk you through it.
Make it fast.
What are the A, B, C's, and D's?
It's Diane Russell, and it's the name of the character on the show. Diane, Jill, Abby, or Sylvia. I know
Either
it's
Abby or Diane. I'm thinking A.
Super helpful.
Diane.
Diane?
A human 50-50.
All right, let's do it. Diane.
Is this a two-way guess?
It's a two-way guess.
You're correct. You have A.
Well, it worked.
Thank you.
You have 1 strike against you, Nigel. You're playing for $25,000. The next category is Campaign 2000. How many points do you want to play for?
I'm going to go for another 10-point.
Another 10-point question. Campaign 2000, 10 points. Of the following presidential hopefuls, which one can claim some form of military service? A. Alan Keyes. B. Pat Buchanan. C. Steve Forbes. D. None of the above.
I think it might be none of the above. Yeah. Dennis Franz
I'm
showed
going to
his
bring out my
butt.
second chance.
And your second chance is a friend of yours?
Is a
Tiger
good friend
Cat
of
says
mine.
none of them.
Steve? Well, Steve, come on out. You know what this means.
Oh, yes.
If you get this question correct, we add those points to your score. If you get it wrong, you will have 3 strikes because you already have 1 strike. So in other words, you and your friend here.
Where's Dad?
This is where's Dad, right?
Pat Buchanan doesn't have a military body.
Steve, big shoes to fill, Steve.
More, I'm going to go with D, none of the above, and Nigel, I'm kind of sure about that. I think it's D.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, and we'll go with D.
D. Unfortunately, it is C, Steve Forbes. He was in the National Guard. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nigel. You have 3 strikes. You're out of the game. And Dana, you've won the game.
By default, my favorite way to win.
You've won over $100,000. I'm so sorry, Nigel. Stay right here, Dana. Okay. Here's $1,000. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
No one ever leaves empty-handed. I appreciate it, Nigel. And Dana? You've won $105,000.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm awake, right?
You know what this means? You can win $210,000 in the Perfect 21 bonus game.
Okay.
We're ready to play it right now.
So am I.
6 questions.
I don't know if we're going to get it.
Okay.
Oh, no, we'll have time to pick another person.
$10,000 a point. Keep it. You can stop at any time. Keep what you have. If you go on, miss 1 question, you lose everything in Perfect 21. I'm looking at this because this is a little advantage for you.
It's not the Red Cross, is it?
No. It's New England.
New England, okay.
And you live in Boston.
I live in Boston.
For 1 point and $10,000. Rhode Island is the smallest state in New England.
True.
True or false?
That's true.
That is true. You have $10,000. You want to continue? For 2 points, $20,000 more, giving you $30,000. You're shaking. The home stadium of the New England Patriots is in Connecticut. True or false?
False.
That's false.
That
It's
is
in
false.
Massachusetts.
It's in
Yeah.
Foxborough. You have $30,000.
Okay, one more.
You're going 1 more?
Yeah, it's in fucking
Darren,
Massachusetts.
For 3 points, $30,000 more gives you $60,000. Harvard, Yale, and Stanford universities are all located in New England. True or
That's
false?
false. Stanford's in California. That's my
You are
brother
correct.
Very good.
You have $60,000. Do you want to? No, that's it.
That's it.
Smart
Wait a
move.
minute.
Crowd hates her.
I'm stopping.
She's stopping at $60,000. That gives her $165,000. Better yet, she's playing the next game for $100,000. That would give her $265,000 if you win that. So, John, who has a chance to be Dana's next challenger?
It'll be one of these three players. Again, Craig Piano from Mineola,
Again,
New York.
Craig Piano.
Maria Retkovsky from Ashtabula, Ohio. Or Benjamin Tritle from Beverly Hills, California. And Dana, your next challenger is... Craig.
Yeah!
Craig, nice to see you. Now, this is great. Now, Craig, among us, first of all, you're a construction worker.
That's right, in New York.
In New York?
In New York City.
You're the ones who look at all those beautiful women, Dana and all those beautiful women walk by?
Some of us do, yeah. I have to admit, some of us
Oh,
do.
just some of us.
Yeah,
You're the
some
one
of
doing
us.
sexual harassment?
You're in a rock band. Your name is Piano?
Yes, that's
So you're
right.
playing the keyboards.
No, I used to play the drums. I was in a band. We recently had to break up, but I used to play the drums, yes.
Well, you win big money here. You can pick any band you want.
I was in a band.
Absolutely.
We recently had
Why
to break
don't
up. We're called the
two of you
Beatles.
Shake hands.
Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Go to your respective booths. Thank you. And we're going to play 21
Actually, he
when
was
we
in
come
Oasis.
right back after this.
There are 21 reasons to watch Catch 21.
Different 21 show.
But the best reason to watch is big, big money.
Oh my God, that's a lot of commercials.
Catch.
Everybody to NBC.
Okay, good enough.
Welcome back, everybody, to NBC's 21. We're back with our champion, Dana. Dana's won $165,000. She's about to play another game.
No,
with a brand new
Wonderwall is
challenger.
on.
Craig. Now we're
The Wonderwall is on Winning Lines on CBS.
going to try to squeeze in a game here towards the end of the hour, but both of our contestants have been briefed before.
Yes, I do.
If we're running out of time, we play 2 rounds. The person with the highest point total after 2 rounds wins the game. We're going to start with our new challenger, Craig, our construction worker from New York.
That's right.
Here is your first round category, the Oscars. Craig, how many points do you want to play for? The Oscars.
I'm a big movie fan, but let's say we'll go for 10 points more.
A 10-point question.
Yeah, we'll go for 10 points.
Strong up front here. 10-point Oscar question. Meryl Streep won an Oscar for which of the following movies? A, Sophie's Choice. B, Out of Africa.
I think it was Out of Africa.
Silkwood. D, none of the above.
You're an excellent driver, Meryl.
You know what, Maury? I'm not too sure, so I think I'm going to bring out my second chance.
And who's your second chance?
He's a friend of mine, Steve. Yes, his name is Steve. Yes.
He works
Another
construction
Steve.
too?
No, actually, he works for a health insurance company. He used to be my old boss, but now he's a friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to know that
Steve
an
Bannon
ex-boss is still a friend. Nice to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Tiger Cat.
You know.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Meryl Streep won an Oscar for which of the following movies? A, Sophie's Choice. B, Out of Africa.
Oh, could have been
C,
Sophie's
Silkwood.
Choice.
D, none of the above.
Just a guess. Sophie's Choice.
Yeah, that's, I was leaning towards that, too. You know what? I'm going to go with that answer, Maury.
Sophie's Choice?
Sophie's Choice.
Good friend, good ex-boss. You have 10 points. Dana, you're playing this game for $100,000.
Okay.
I like
Your
her.
category.
Okay.
The Oscars.
Oh, the Oscars. I'm going conservative. 7-point question.
A 7-point
Okay.
question. Here it is.
Okay.
What song, performed by Madonna, earned an Oscar for Best Song? A, Crazy for You. B, I'll Remember. C, You Must Love Me. D, Live to Tell.
Crazy for You sounds like it's like the tempo of an Oscar song.
It's... So I think.
You're second guessing yourself?
Yeah, I'm second guessing myself, which is bad. I'm gonna go with D, Live to Tell.
Live to Tell? No, I'm sorry. It's You Must Love Me.
That's
Okay.
okay.
One strike.
Okay.
You must love me.
Craig.
Yep.
Here's your next category. Famous Trials. Famous Trials. How many points do you want to play for?
I'll go for 8 points, Maury.
Okay. Prosecutor. Famous Trial. 8-point question. Prosecutor Vincent Bugliosi wrote what book, later to become a movie, about the famous Charles Manson case?
Helter Skelter.
A, The Verdict. B, Helter Skelter. C, In Cold Blood. D, Presumed Innocent.
I'm gonna go with B, Helter Skelter.
Hitler
That's your
Skelter.
answer, and you're correct.
Yes.
You have 18 points.
Oh, they haven't updated
Dana,
his
you have
score.
one strike. You're playing this game for $100,000.
Oh, maybe they just reused
Here's
that.
your next category,
I don't
famous
know.
trials. How many points do you want to play for?
Oh gosh. I just want to get on the board. Let's 6 points.
A 6-point
Yeah.
question. Okay. In 1988,
Yep.
the script for what Eddie Murphy film caused a lawsuit between Art Buchwald and Paramount Studios? A, Beverly Hills Cop. B, Coming to America. C, Trading Places.
Ah, good.
It's B, Coming to America.
And you're correct. You have 6 points. Now, we've reached the end of the second round, and I say that because it's very important, because both players were briefed that as we got close to the end of the hour, if we could not complete a game, we would stop at the end of the second round. And that's where we are right now. We have run out of time. It's the end of the second round, so therefore the game is over. And Craig, you are our new
Yeah, you know what? He earned that. I feel like he would have stopped if given the chance.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, Dana.
It's okay.
But you've done so well. You
Thank
won
you.
$165,000.
More money than I thought I'd ever see.
Have you recovered?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I know, you're okay. I mean, it's $25,000 is not tip money for a construction worker.
Absolutely, Maury. That's a lot of cold
Construction
days.
workers don't get tipped, I don't think.
You've been terrific.
Thank you.
You've been a great, great champion.
Thank you.
And you toppled the big guy before.
That was something.
And allowed Craig to slip in.
That's
and we'll
okay.
be back right after this.
Want to make the weekend last a little longer? Watch Sunday Night Poker on GSN. World-class winners and the world's best beginners.
Fast. Finally. Finallyfast.com.
Oh my God, I remember that commercial for some reason.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. But Dana, I want you to know what $165,000 looks like.
I can't wait to see it.
There it is. Melissa, you want to hold the bag?
So yeah, this is the usual ritual,
Here's
putting money in an
100.
NBC tote bag.
Here's 50. Here's 60. Here's $165,000.
Thank you.
Terrific. Thanks so much. That's what you can have. What you can look forward to, Craig.
I'm going to try, Maury.
And then, of course, there are these guys, father and son, the new kings of television game shows. $1,765,000. The Legglers. Congratulations, Dad. Dana, congratulations, Maury. Thanks, everybody. When we come back next time, Craig here will be playing for $50,000 against the brand new challenger on 21. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's a fun show. All right. And she lost it in a cab. So yeah, that is the end of the stream for tonight. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Thank you for the compliment, El Condor Pasa. Oh, let me get my music. Here it is. All right. So next week, doing something a little different. What you're seeing are all shows based on Japanese formats. American shows that are based on shows from Japan. There's Animal Crack-Ups, which is a pre-America's Funniest Home Videos Vinda Bona joint. King of the Mountain, which was a one-time Fox special that was the first attempt to bring Takeshi's Castle to America. Brain Surge, a Nickelodeon show based loosely on a Japanese show called Brain Survivor. And The Big Moment, which is like we give someone a week to practice a difficult skill and then have them do it in a studio. The Dice Yo-Yo, thank you for the follow. I also forgot, I wanted to shout out, I got a follow earlier from my favorite Twitch username, Biblically Accurate Horse. So next, I've already gone over next week. Let me get a raid happening. Who is live? Thanks again to Hilaire Satan for the raid. Ooh. Okay, I'm sending you to Backhand Pinball. They are currently streaming the 2025 Women's World Championship qualifying for pinball. Oh, yeah, I'll send you the microscope guy. But that is available if anyone's interested in watching the Women's World Championship pinball qualifying. All right, so until next week, be good to yourselves and each other, and send you off to Microscope Guy.